And welcome to the BeLifeDriven radio show here on rmconair.com. How is everybody doing this morning?
On, baby. Yes, it's ready. It's on. It's hype. It's ready to go.
Yes.
This morning.
This morning.
I like the song. The song was cool. That's a good song. You need to make that a single, whatever the song is.
Yeah, you know what? That's with my girl Noriko on keys, and we actually talked about that a couple of weekends ago.
Go ahead and make that something now. Work that. Get some money off of that.
Yeah, might as well, right?
I get a writer's credit, right?
How you get a writer's credit?
BeLifeDriven is one word.
That's right.
I came up with that word.
You see how people get when it comes to money? You see that?
That's how we get when it comes to what we get, when we want to get what we want to get.
And that's the only way we can get it.
That's it. Yes, sir.
What's up, my rays of light, peace, and blessings? I am Oya, and again, welcome to the BeLifeDriven radio show. Aha is out, and where is he at again? In Australia. He's coming back next week.
No, he's on the ground. He's on U.S. soil today.
Oh, so he's just making it in today?
Yes.
He just couldn't make it into the show. Okay,
no, he'll be late.
He's still coming?
He can't have this seat now. If he come, he gonna have to sit over there now. I mean, because
we ain't giving up
I'm
no
already
seats.
over here now. I don't want nobody to tell me, all right, you got to move. He here. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of which, as I was just about to introduce my man, because he's taking the place of Aha, and he's really fun, isn't he, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes. You know it is. It's just me. It's Dougie Doug's, Doug Williams,
What's up,
baby,
Doug?
in the house.
What?
I'm saying, man, we got to get the energy going. This Monday, you know, a lot of times on Monday, people are sluggish. You know, they got the week up and coming week blues or whatever. But everybody better be uplifted. You alive. God bless you to wake up this morning. We got to keep it positive. We got to make it happen.
Right. Yes. Am I rubbing off on you, Doug?
You're rubbing off.
I'm like.
Yeah, I said one of your affirmations before I made love to my wife. I said, hey, we're gonna make this thing happen. We're gonna be positive. We're gonna make what? We're gonna have relations. It's gonna be woo. So I did an affirmation. It was woo. Love to my wife this week. I feel good, man. You know, it's just positive.
Did it work?
Yeah, it worked. You know, I got to give
it worked. Listen to
it. Shout out to my wife too, man. Her one-woman show this week was fabulous. It was packed. She rocked it. You know, a lot of times when you watch people and you're around people, you take for granted their talent. You see them all the time. But, man, I just saw a whole different side of her at the one-woman show, man. It was with the L.A. Women's Festival.
Okay.
She rocked it. Okay. Big kudos to her, man. Okay. Congratulations to her. It was a phenomenal show, man. So I'm hyped. Okay. You know, I had a great weekend with the wife and kids, man. Okay. I was home. I've been home for 10 days record.
That's
10
right.
days.
10 days in a row.
I'm feeling good.
Okay.
Are you afraid?
Yeah, because I leave Tuesday.
No, you're afraid that the wife's career could overtake yours.
No,
and,
I want that. I want that. You know what I'm saying? I want her to make some money, man, and take care of things. I want to be a house husband. I want to stay at home, you know, and let her take care of everything. So we're making a transition at my house from one person taking care of everything to the other person.
I'm not buying that, Doug. You know you love the road. Don't even do it.
No, you know, actually, I'm tired. I prayed to God for so long to be able to work and travel, and I was single then and having responsibility. But now, I mean, I went to the UCLA game this weekend. I took my kids to see UCLA.
Yeah, tell me about that.
Yeah, the quality time with the kids and stuff, man. You get to a point that you want that. You know what I mean?
I get that. So you kind of simmering down from all the travel. How long have you been on the road, Doug?
Well, I've been doing comedy about 25 years, so I've been traveling 25 years this time. That. You know the life. I mean, you travel, you sing. I mean, I have a greater admiration for you guys because I don't see how you can sing like that, keep your voice, your instrument going, and be able to do that. We got my man in the studio to be able to do that night in and night out.
And we'll talk about that later because that's something I want. I'm
sure you got some type of herb or something y'all swallowing.
They're doing something.
Yeah, you know, there's something they take in or what have you.
But we'll talk about that because that's, you know, as singers, I always tease my musicians, they get to put away their instrument. You know, they
Right.
get to put away their keys, put away their saxophone, pack up the drums. They got to be rested to a certain degree, but they get to do some other extracurriculars and stuff that we as singers, you know, I don't give me your opinion and introduce yourself, brother.
Oh, how y'all doing? My name is Chosen. I'm a singer and a songwriter. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Like, you know, being a singer, it's like you have to be very cautious about like straining your voice. So
He's cool too. You see how he
Yeah,
talks.
see, he got his Barry White voice on. We got Barry White in the house.
Be very cool on how you take your voice.
Yeah, he's just
you know
real
what I'm saying?
calculated about what he's talking. Yeah.
He's trying to get all the women.
Yeah.
of course, definitely.
But he's keeping his voice at ease right now, so y'all don't know.
I was
okay.
drinking tea on the way here.
Yeah. So we're going to be talking back with you, Chosen. Thanks for coming in. Dr.
thank you.
Pooch in
What's
the
up?
house because
Yeah.
you've been gone for so long.
Yeah.
You're singing a song.
Man, I'm just getting adapted to the pace out here, man.
Really?
I was like on vacay. I mean, just kicking my feet up, doing whatever I want. Now it's back to the grind, back to, you know, paying bills and stuff like that. It's like, why?
He said back to paying bills.
If you end up on the
Why?
street, you
Yeah,
don't pay
man.
them bills, you end up on the street.
I mean, not where I just came from, because it's like I was surrounded by so much family. I mean, there's land and, you know, everything is just abundant over there. And right now I'm like, in a transitional period, my mind is adapting to the pace. This happened to me a while ago, because I don't know if you guys knew, but like most of my teenage years I was over in Africa, you know. I was in West Africa, Senegal. And so when
You just
I came,
got used to wearing shoes then.
man, you see I got my sandals on today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
He's in real transition, Chris.
straight up. Like, since I came back, I probably wear shoes only like an hour in the day when I work out. You know what I mean? It's like
good.
everything has changed.
Wow.
Everything, man. Yeah.
So what does that mean, Dr. Pooch? I mean, are we going to keep you here in the States?
Oh
Are you
yeah,
kind of like...
I'm gonna be here, but you know, ideally,
You're a U.S. citizen, right?
yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to what you saying. I'm gonna keep you in the States. You better stay up. Hey man.
Nah, I was born here.
Yeah, well, stay here now, man, because I'm telling you that Ebola is over there and everything. You know, if we're going to have people that's traveling and stuff like that, we need
Hey,
to have an
wait a
Ebola
minute now.
test right
Well,
before
actually-
you come in.
Have you seen this thing? This is crazy. 2 white people got Ebola, and they got cured. Remember, they brought them back to the United States,
Yeah.
took them to Atlanta, and they walked out of the
Yeah, that's some
hospital.
crazy stuff right
now,
there.
Now, why the black people can't get the same thing the white people got? I don't
You
understand
just
that.
said it just you just said white, black. It's a different reality. They live in a different world than we live in. You know what
I
I'm
mean,
saying?
that's crazy. You know, it's a cure for white Ebola, but it's no cure for
Wait,
black
time
Ebola.
out. What, does anybody have any info on this? I can look this up because our producer is saying they ran out. They ran out of what, the vaccine?
Yeah, when they got they cured the 2 white people, and then they ran out when they got
white
to the
people
black
took all of they used every last drop to cure the white people. We'll get to y'all a little bit later. We got to make sure these white people stay alive.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're going to have to look that up.
No,
on
no,
the
that's
break.
truth. That's the way it is. Okay, you.
I don't know, but it is a real scare though in West Africa, in Liberia, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, Guinea, and now I just heard over this last week that it just got into Senegal, and yeah, man. Actually, like Daily Solution, we have I came out. You guys are familiar with the hand sanitizer that we have, the hand sanitizer product. So they're requesting it over there because
Really?
yeah, it's all about keeping your hands clean. You know.
You know what? That's real because like you know I love going on cruises and stuff like that, and they got really serious after. I think what was that, like a few years ago or 4 years ago, where they had that big outbreak on one of the cruise ships. So it was so funny. So the next year that I went on vacation, they were scrubbing everything constantly, like no joke. I mean, there was not a time where I wasn't going somewhere and they didn't have people wiping down, you know, the handrails, the buttons, everything. You know, shout out to Royal Caribbean.
Hey.
Because
No, we ain't gonna shout out to
I'm scared.
I got a
cruise
contract
ships,
with
man.
Carnival. I work with Carnival. Royal Caribbean.
hey,
We're not giving no love. You just go
I just-
nameless with your cruise ship.
I'm just saying, I was on that ship and they were constantly. Now I can't talk about all of them, but on that one, they were clean.
What type of outbreak was it?
Oh gosh,
They
what
have,
was that 4 years
it's
ago? It was
called,
something that spread. It was something that spread on one of the ships, and it was really bad. And everybody got sick.
Well, I know it because
that's
they
horrible,
look
man.
out for it. It's called it's a digestive type of thing. You have your thing.
Yeah.
You remember? Yeah, I can
yeah.
vaguely remember.
Yeah.
So who we got over here? This guy right here.
Oh, me?
Introduce
Shoot,
yourself,
Chris
brother.
Angelo Word, CEO. founder of the Life Driven Foundation. Hey, peace out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we going to Las Vegas.
Black man always got to let you know his title. He
Yeah.
always got to come.
The man that needs no introduction.
You know that. Hey, we going to Vegas for the fight this weekend. Floyd Mayweather's fighting on September 13th. We all gonna be up there. You know, Team Watson. You know.
See, I'm trying to figure out how to sneak to get over to you after my women's conference. I have a women's conference earlier that morning.
We're gonna
I'm
be living it up, big things.
I know. Well, you know, it's just an hour away. I can fly over to get with you.
You can fly over and hang out. You know, we're gonna be doing some good stuff up there.
So that's next weekend. But
Yes.
what did we do this past weekend?
Oh, we partied all weekend.
What'd you do, Chris?
Well, we had a fight party Saturday night. And yesterday we played softball, worked out. You know, just took it easy.
How'd you go? Did you lose the weight? And weren't you supposed to be trying to lose some weight?
I was just thinking about
Why
that
you bring
driving
that up,
over
Doug?
here.
Why you bring that
Because he hasn't been on task.
I see you wearing big clothes. I don't know. He done went and bought triple XLs or whatever. I lost some weight, man. I got this.
I had a challenge 3 months ago. I was going to lose 10 pounds in 90 days.
But we never really weighed him in officially, so we don't know what the deal is.
we got
Yeah, I think we just had to press the reset button on that. We're going to have to officially really, you know, have somebody come in here.
All right, next week
measure up
somebody
the
bring
fat
a
stuff,
scale.
the what all that, see how much you weigh really for real.
Okay, cool. Because, you know, I was going to tell you that I reached going to get a scale, and I didn't make it. But, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I need to lose 10 pounds.
All right. We're going to do that. What you do this weekend, Chosen?
Actually, I was just in the studio recording all weekend.
Nice.
Like nonstop.
So now, is your project out already?
No, I'm actually working on my project and actually a lot of other major artists' projects too. So it's like trying to fit all that in with, you know, doing my own thing. It's like I don't have much time to even do mine. So
Because you're a writer, you're a songwriter?
I'm a songwriter and a singer
So you're writing other music for the people,
at the same time as I'm doing mine.
as you should, because that's where the money is at.
Yeah, that's where the checks are at.
That's my best friend.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh no, but really, it's a wonderful thing to be able to write, and then you get those checks for the writing instead of just singing it. So
Those are the best checks, right?
Yeah, for
yeah,
real.
they really are.
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you get to
They keep on
licensing the
coming.
music
Yeah.
and
Royalties,
you know, or,
yeah.
that's the
3
fun
months.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
I remember when I first started getting my little checks, I was like, oh, look at that.
Man, that's something that you earn that. You put
Yeah.
that down, you earn it. You know, if I was a songwriter, that would be a condition, unless it was somebody like Dr. Dre or somebody big. If somebody came to me, hey man, I got to be a co-writer on this. Whatever you submit to me,
Right.
I got to be. I don't see how you could not be knowing what you know that the money is when the money comes in. You know, somebody get a check for $100,000, $200,000, and you sitting there with a check for $5. You know, I mean,
That's
like,
kind of crazy.
yeah.
Hey, Doug, how does that work when it comes to writing jokes?
Oh yeah,
That's
they
all.
have.
It's no union. You know,
People
it's
steal
no-
your joke and
Yeah, well, you know, you can't really. There's no protection on that. You know what I mean? I haven't seen a protection where, you know, it's a copyright or what have you. I mean, if you do it in a script or a one-person show or what have you, I'm sure. But it's different from ASCAP. You know, the principles that apply to ASCAP with music and people playing the music. Now, you do get residuals, I think, if they play it on satellite radio or something like that.
Okay. Hey,
Speaking of
Doug,
which, I got a call.
that's a new business opportunity. Comedy Cap. We ought to start that up. You know, where we start licensing
don't tell
jokes.
anybody. We on that. We ain't got about 5 listeners. But look, I'm just playing. But that's how you just talk about that behind closed. You know, these guys. We in L.A., man. Somebody. Next thing we know, we look up somebody been there, put that up and whatever.
Wait, no,
They
but
already
Chris,
on their way out to the licensing office.
that's a good point though, because seriously though, like there are some real comedians that actually have like ghostwriter. They have other comedians that write jokes for them.
Right.
So how do they get credit? They just get buyouts, like they just get paid.
No,
and
well, if
that's
it's
a wrap?
if it's in the form of a script or if it's in the form of a pilot or something like that, then a ghostwriter is a buyout. You just pay that person for.
Well, now if they're a writer on a show, that's something different
Right,
because
right.
they're getting paid. But I'm talking about like
ghostwriter means that somebody's going to buy you out and take credit for what you've done. You know, I mean that's
Yeah.
that's what comes with ghostwriting.
Right.
okay, all right.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Pooch,
why
you-
I'm
you-
not a ghostwriter.
You write your own jokes.
I write
right?
everything. I write everything. I'm just lately, like I said, I've been writing too many checks. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Too much money going out.
We need to play some of your comedy on the show during the commercial break or something.
We'll have to do that.
You know what?
Yeah.
Next time I come, because I got a bunch of stuff that we could play. Prank phone calls that I've done with
We might
famous
have to find
comedians.
something today, though, on a
Yeah,
break. We
that's
might have to
funny,
find
yeah.
something.
You give us a link, we can go there and
You know
play
what?
some
I'm
of your
gonna see if
stuff.
because it's on iTunes, so we have to buy it in here.
No, you got something on YouTube.
Yeah.
I got some stuff on there.
We'll find something. We got to play something on a break.
Yeah,
Pooch, you do
Doug
anything
is funny.
interesting this weekend besides wear sandals?
He brought some bananas in. Let's talk about these
I didn't
bananas.
get one of them. I didn't get one.
Yeah,
That's why we talking about it.
Yeah.
Everybody couldn't get these. The special banana. When you want special bananas, everybody can't get one.
Sharon
These
is
ain't even
Karen,
the full
man.
size as the
Sharon
ones
is
you
Karen.
Right. Sharon is Karen.
So what is
But
it?
these
Is
are
one
supposed to be
banana per side?
Well, these
There
supposed to
it
be
is.
homegrown bananas. I'm gonna split mine. He told us we got to split
Yeah, I mean
it, bro.
that's the real deal banana right there. Like if you see the longer bananas,
Yeah.
they get
The one
starchy.
I'm used to. The one I'm used to.
You ever feel that on your teeth? Like it's all starchy and stuff.
I don't
Like,
ever
like,
feel no starch. I had a banana last night. It was good. I cut it up in my cereal. It feel good.
I tell you
yeah,
what,
but-
I do feel if I would have brought some bananas like that, I could have brought one for everybody.
That's what I'm saying. 69 cents.
Yeah.
Hey man,
but
I'll
you know
take it
what?
back if you don't want it.
No,
man.
I want it.
I'm gonna peel
You
it
gave
right
to
now.
me.
I'm
I
gonna
want
peel
it.
it.
You know what?
Can we do a taste?
we
Let's
need
do a
a sample.
taste.
We need a knife so we can give
I
everybody
know
a
about
taste.
those. I know about those. That's
Right.
You don't want to
I mean,
taste
they grow all over the neighborhood, like all through, a lot of Hispanic neighborhoods. Like I see them all through Compton and stuff.
Oh, these
like people
backyard
have
bananas? These
Exactly.
are-
I mean, that's the
these
real
are
deal.
Special bananas.
Hard to peel.
That
too.
is. That's a
Hey, y'all
special.
get a taste. Y'all, I'm gonna taste this
Imported.
right here now. I'm gonna get everybody. We're going live with the taste test. For, what is this? Homegrown bananas. If you want to grow your own banana, now you got to be in a certain region, or you can just grow them in the Mississippi too.
Oh, they
I'm not
soft.
sure about that, man.
You
But
don't know if you can
California,
grow
we all
Mississippi.
You want to
good.
break?
All right,
At least
here we
Southern
go now. I got the
California, we
camera
good
on me. I'm
with
finna taste a banana.
Live, it's
Split
going
screen.
down.
Let's go
Ladies and
split
gentlemen, this
screen.
is the.
Oh man, look at there.
This is the wait a minute, Chris. This is a homegrown banana, the kind that you grow yourself. You can't get at the store. Like I said, they're about 5 inches shorter than the regular banana. All right, so ready? Let's taste it.
Ready. Nah.
I couldn't even bite all the way through that. Wait a minute. We go.
I think
used to the
you
sweet
just
banana.
ate the back part of it, man.
No, man, you can't even. Hey, anybody got a napkin?
I'm used to the other bananas. I'm used to the bananas you get out of the ground.
at first, but then you run into the car. It's got a thing.
Nah,
going
I
through
think
it.
you opened it up on the wrong side. That's
You
why.
can
It's
open
just
a
like a
banana
regular.
up anyway. This is the way that.
Nah.
You supposed to be able to open a banana up anyway. Now let me tell you something. This is the way the gorillas and stuff open it from the back. They don't open it from the front.
Hey, everybody started.
No, I had to spit that out. You can't. But there's something in the middle. Can we get the camera shot? Let me show you something. Which camera am I on? Y'all got about 3 cameras on boxes. We can't afford. We got to put stuff on boxes. But I want to show you. You got this there. Look here. See
what is
right in
that?
the middle of the core right there. I don't know what that is, but I spit that out. See the little thing in the middle? Everything around it tastes good, but it's something growing through it in the middle. Did you see that in the middle, Chris?
It's chewy.
Yeah, it's real true. I don't know what that is now. I don't want like this. I want my banana to be able to eat the whole banana. With this, you have to take a
that's-
bite and then spit something out.
This is not FDA approved.
Yeah, this is
not FDA approved.
Hey, you might well be eating sunflower seeds. You got to get in the middle of the thing and then spit the rest of it out. I mean, this is ridiculous. Let me show you. Hey, let me show you how you got to eat this banana. You got to eat this banana like here.
like some corn. Like it's some corn, right?
Yeah, then you got to leave. Yeah, you got to eat it like the corn, the Mexican style. You got to leave that part right there. So you bite it like this. This banana come with instructions. This is how you eat it.
Open
You bite it like that, and then you leave the corn in like that. See the corn?
Pooch, will you please tell him the benefits of this banana versus
Please
other
tell me the
bananas in
benefits of having to stop and
store?
spit it out every now and then.
Well, I don't
we
know.
need to know.
Maybe there's something wrong. Maybe it's that one's not ripe or something like that.
You brought us the.
I tell you
bet
what.
you they done had these in the Garden of Eden. I can tell you that. I mean, Adam didn't have to do that now. This supposed to be all natural. You can't eat a banana split with this. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Those was on
I'll
discount.
put it in your cereal.
No, you can't put it in your cereal. You need a thing. You gotta cut a piece off like that and go halfway to the car.
A cheese grater.
Yeah, you need a cheese grater.
All right, okay. Enough on all of that. Okay, listen, I got to get.
Hey, don't bring no more of these, dog. We good. Next time, stop at Ralph's and get us one.
We're gonna
Right,
take
We're gonna take a music break.
Music break. We gonna take
We are
something.
going to take a music
We're
break.
gonna spit this
And
banana
when
out.
we come back, because this man is just doing too much with this banana, we are going to get into the weekly affirmation, and then we're going to go ahead and continue talking about
Look at
what's
that.
been
That's
going on
bananas.
this past week. Yeah, not the bananas.
That's how the
What's
banana
up
look
with
when you
that?
finish with it right there. You can't get this to no monkey. If you go to the zoo, don't take these because they'll throw them right back at you. I'm telling you.
Keys, please take us into the music break. This Eminem, this new song that's out. I'm digging it. Guts over fear. Guts over
Lord,
fear. Because that's what we talk about.
They got
here on the
apples down there,
BeLifeDriven
too?
Show. Doug doing too much.
Woo!
Oh, Lord.
It's time, it's time. BeLifeDriven. It's time, it's time. BeLifeDriven. BeLifeDriven. It's time, it's time. BeLifeDriven. It's time, it's time. BeLifeDriven. It's time, it's time. BeLifeDriven. BeLifeDriven. It's time, it's time. BeLifeDriven.
Hey, everybody. Again.
Are we back already?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
back.
we
We're
had
back.
to take a bathroom
That
break with your
song
banana
was
doing
so-
way too much.
Yeah, you know what? I had to go get some tissue, man. That banana thing got me. I mean,
I had to go get a toothpick.
Lord, that,
Still got banana in between my
oh
teeth.
Lord, have mercy, man. That was funny. I'm telling you that.
Banana turkey.
I'm gonna try to eat the rest of the banana before the show. You got to bite it in sections.
You know, what? you were a mess. Well, you know, it's time for our positive weekly affirmation. Apparently, it's been working on my co-host here, Doug. You know, doing these affirmations,
Yeah,
you know,
the
so
affirmation, you got to say something. You know, the good thing about affirmation is whether you know feel that way or not, when you say it, you can speak things into existence. You know, you can be feeling bad and you can start out by saying one of those affirmations or whatever, and then really, you know, I don't want to say trick, but boost yourself or push yourself in the direction of positiveness, and you can get there.
Well, you know, one of the teachers that I had, one of the psychologists always used to say, "Fake it till you make it." That
Right.
was her thing, you know. And it's one of those things that it may not feel real at first, but after a while, if
Right.
you really commit, you know, you start to get into that energy, to that zone, and then you start taking those action steps. Next thing you know, you feel like it was magic, like, oh my God, it manifested, it happened. But you really have been making moves towards it, and it does start with your mind. So this week, and then what we're talking about, you know, today with obesity, you know, and there's so many different issues that we've talked about in the past. And this month, I was doing research about this month about it being Children's Obesity Month and being conscious and aware of what's going on with our children. And we've talked about that before on the show. But again, sometimes we focus on men, women, children, whatever. But it's really across the board because it's really a big issue. And as I started to do more and more research and finding out the statistics, it's really crazy about what's happening and the kind of food that we're eating or how much food we're eating. So we're going to get into that. So
this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah,
you know, it's always interesting when we talk about food with me. You know, because I don't have the best diet, but I don't eat red meat. I don't eat pork. My problem when we start talking about food is that we break it down. We get to me we get what's the word? My wife is always anal. We get anal with it because after a while, I mean, it's only so far you can go. I mean, the pesticides. I mean, you'll go crazy. You know, talking about, okay, I can't eat this. Did this come from that? Was this grown from here? So I just think, you know, there's a point where you have to stop with food, you know, in terms of trying to protect yourself.
Yeah, but, you know, we have some concerns about obesity because it does put us at risk for other diseases. And remember, our theme for the month, ladies and gentlemen, it is degenerative disease.
Yeah.
Right.
So that being the theme, and then going back in this whole full circle of thinking about obesity and then what it can cause.
Well, obesity, man, I mean, let's just, you know, if we want to attack that, let's just call it what it is. In the Bible, they say gluttony, but it's just, you know, we are a society that just loves to eat, overeat, you know, and these people just eat. So
Well, the thing is, Doug, I mean, we're blaming the consumer right now, and it's not really the consumer's fault. You know what I mean?
that's
Like,
what I agree with that. I
you know,
agree with that.
so-
These food
like-
shows.
Yeah, I'm really excited to get into this. So, ladies and
Yeah.
gentlemen, if you're listening, we're going to be getting into that in just about 30 minutes, talking about that. So, get your thoughts together, what you're feeling, because you know, Dr. Pooch is right. We're blaming consumers, and we blame the parents, and we blame this, we blame that. What's the resolution? What are the issues? Let's look
I
at
worked
them.
out this weekend. Sorry to cut you off. And my personal trainer told me, I say, what's the best way to lose my stomach or to get it back flat? And she said, stop eating.
I don't think that's a solution either.
Yeah, well,
mean,
whatever.
That's some bad advice, man.
Among all the exercises we did, you know, she
Yeah.
said cut down on what you eat.
Well, okay, now rephrase that properly.
Okay.
Cut
Right.
down on what you eat, not just
Cut down on
stop
what you eat.
eating.
Yeah,
But,
yes.
you know,
Stop
we want to
eating.
hear your thoughts on that. 323-965-1600. But so with that, I want to put that topic out there because, you know, I kind of think about the affirmations based on the kind of topic that we have going. So this is our positive weekly affirmation.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. It is, I am surrounding myself with positive, loving, and supportive people. Again, I am surrounding myself with positive, loving, and supportive people.
That's the whole thing?
Yeah, let's break it down so you guys can say it right after me, okay?
Okay, got it.
I am
I know what that
surrounding myself
I'm surrounding myself
with positive,
With positive,
with positive,
loving,
loving,
and supportive people.
and supportive people.
Now, that can mean so much for so many things and so many reasons, and with this topic and why I chose that today. Doug, what do you think about that affirmation? I'm surrounding myself with positive, loving, and supportive people.
It means that you're about to start on a journey where you are surrounding yourself with people that are going to keep you in a certain mind frame, and that mind frame is positiveness, which inspires which brings out the best in you, and which causes you to go out and do for self and make some good things happen. So, you know, I like this affirmation. I think that all people on welfare and all these type of things need to say this affirmation when they wake up in the morning so they can get off welfare and get rid of the EBT card. It's
How
a great thing.
come we had to bring that into it?
Well, you know, if we
That
go,
was just
I mean,
from last week.
I know that was from last week, but I told y'all I'm on a mission now.
Yeah.
Cut
No, it's
down on
good.
this thing or whatever. But I think what it means to me is surrounding yourself with positive people so you can stay positive. And it goes back to what Chris and I always hop on this. We big on this. If you hang around 9 broke people, you're bound to be the 10th. If you hang around 9 people with money, you're bound to be the 10th. So it's really a play on that.
But you hold that thought there on that welfare, because we did have a comment from Jill. I'm going to tell you in a
I know
moment
that's
about
gonna get coming. When you start talking about welfare, we can't get no callers, so I'm gonna get some comments. I'm gonna talk about something.
And I'm all good with callers calling in when they can, because we love to hear your voices. 323-965-1600. But hey, don't let Doug detour you now. If you want to send me a little message on Facebook, Twitter,
you can do
whatever.
that. You can do
I
that.
know
We
you're at
prefer you
work
call.
or whatever you got going. We're going to
Yeah,
discuss
it's just
it.
like
Listen,
taking money. We
I love
prefer
it.
the kind
I
that
love
fold,
it.
but
So,
we'll take the kind that
you said we had a caller, Keys?
We'll take the change too.
Keys. You said we had a caller? Okay,
put 'em
let's
on.
grab this caller.
Put them on before they hang up.
Hey, caller, how are you? Welcome to
morning.
the show. What's your name and where you calling from?
What's up, cousin? This is Brian Alexander.
Oh, what's
Yes,
up, Big
Brian?
B?
Oh, is there another family member that they called
All
in?
we can get right now.
Time out. Now, I've never had a family member calling. You had one
Yeah, I
last
did,
week.
but I'm just saying, I just want to make sure that it's a real family member as opposed to somebody saying, yo, what's up, cuz? You know, that's how they talk. Is this a real family member?
What a
Oh, yeah.
surprise. I didn't even know you listened to the show.
Well, he
Oh,
about
yeah, no, I keep track of y'all on Facebook, and, the subject matter today was something that was, real close and dear to my heart.
Oh,
So I
you
was
know
like,
what? That's so true. So let me tell you something. So this is my cuz. We called him all our lives Big B, because Big B was.
He big. He big.
Yeah.
But
Oh,
now he like Slim B.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, tell us. This is wonderful that you called in today, because you know what the topic is about. Tell us about a little bit about your journey, B.
Oh, pretty much, man. It's always, how we grew up eating all kind of stuff. And,
He ain't B no more. He S.
He's slim.
He's slim.
No, I'm still,
Little slim.
My heaviest was 400 pounds, man. And
Whoa.
that was just from, like I said, growing up in a family, I didn't have the best metabolism like Oya and all my other cousins. They was good to go. But me, I was just always eating and not really being. I always liked being active, but I like eating just as much, man. But just fast forward, after my first child, I got up to like about 400 pounds, man.
You had children? You got children?
I got 2 kids. I met my wife at my heaviest, man. That's kind of crazy.
I mean, how did y'all find each other? How did y'all find each other?
I actually had work, man.
No, I'm talking about how did y'all find each other?
Oh, find each other. What you mean?
Chris is our off the wall guy. If you know what he means, he's a little.
400 pounds. I mean, it's a lot hanging and dripping and.
Boy, that's hilarious.
Y'all found each other though.
I was 400, but I was always tall, so I wasn't like,
See, a black man gonna always put a spin on it. A black man gonna put a spin on it.
Oh, we gonna put the spin on it, man. But no, it's just something that after my son, my first son, I was like, you know what, I got to do something. 'Cause I saw him going in the same direction. And when you said obesity, and it always stuck to me that it's a lot to do with the parents sometimes. Because I was looking at him, I'm telling him not to eat chili cheese fries, and I'm eating them. And I'm telling him to go run, and I'm not running. So I was like, you know what, I got to be the example. And so I started doing my own thing. And he took notice, and he started doing his own thing. And like right now, in 6th grade, he was almost 195 pounds. And right now, he's a junior in high school, and he's like 6'5", 218, and a fit dude. But I attribute that back to God allowing me to see the need for the change and to be here for my kids, be here and still be breathing and not, having to be hooked on medication and just being, a lot of people get on medication and just be like, oh, well, I'm on this I can still eat the pork chops. I can still eat the sodas and drink the sodas, and the cake, and never try and make a change. And so being around positive, supportive people and loving people allowed me to see, hey, it's time to make a change, and I did that and had the support.
See, my affirmation is that's exact. But okay, I don't want to put all your biz out in the street. You allow and share whatever you want to share. But was there any particular health scare? Was there anything that really made you change, or was it your son?
It was just basically like little certain things. Like it was a couple times I went to the emergency room thinking I was having a heart attack, because you look in the mirror, you're like, damn, you look in the scale, you're like, I'm, 395, 390, and then a little something. And then, everybody knows you go on the internet about any subject, you're going to think you about to die as of yesterday.
I always think people that are real big about this something because they breathe so hard. Have you ever just seen somebody real big, just watching they...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and when they talk, I was just thinking about going like, oh, dude, either you about to have an asthma attack, some attack you about to have, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I'm about to go. Yeah, I used to have that thing with the sleeping, I never had apnea, but my wife would say, she would scare her, hearing me stopping for a second, and all these things, man. I was like, you know what? Why, put it off and wait for the doctor to tell me you got to do this and you got to take this.
Especially when they like eating, like they eat a hamburger, take a bite of a hamburger.
That's what I'm saying. When they big people, they get what do you call it? Orgasmic when they eating.
Hey, man, that was me. I would say we get excited about food. It was this little Vietnamese lady that to this day I'm still in love with her, man. Because at 2 a.m, I'll drop by the donut shop.
Oh, they love the Vietnam. They love selling donuts.
Oh, yeah. I bought 4 donuts, and I know she's going. She said, "You get 2 free." And I'm like, "Good looking out."
She got you gave
so I'm saying the things.
Yeah, they love it, man. I don't know what it is about Asians and donuts and Asians and nails and stuff like that. That's their thing. They come over here and set up donut shops, right?
Because they know black people buy it, man.
Always in the black neighborhood.
They know black people buy it.
But I gotta say something. I love my cuz, love you being all, but hold on now. You said like my metabolism but everybody else wasn't so gifted. But me and my brother Patrick, we've made different choices that you and some other family members used to tease us about.
Oh yeah. Oh, we used to get on you.
Let's keep it real now.
I was a meat-atarian. I used to get on y'all. How the heck can you eat something without eating meat? And then to fast forward to where I'm at now, 22 months, no meat, just fish sparingly, but no meat at all. I was a meat-atarian. You couldn't pack fried chicken. Would not have a chance around me.
I mean, they used to dog us. We would go to the family barbecues, and I would bring a veggie burger, just eat the watermelon and vegetables and different things. It was just too much going on, all that heavy food. Yeah. And they would tease my brother and myself. But we were always working out and, and eating right. And then to find I think it was just a year ago at another family member's event, and over here, he had vegetarian options. This guy that's on the phone, Mr. 400-pound big guy, and he's like, yeah, I got some vegetarian tacos if you want one. I'm like, you got what?
See, vegetarian, that's good. How much weight have you lost? I mean, I missed that. I was probably trying to
I'm down 100 and pretty much 155 pounds. I'm 245 right now.
That's crazy.
Oh,
wow, that's good. And you didn't have the stomach surgery or staple your stomach? I forgot what they do. They staple it or they tie it up in a knot. You didn't do anything.
Yeah, none of that, man. My thing is, and I don't get on people about that. I had a lady that did that, but I always ask people before they do it, what you have to attack the main issue with everything. I don't care whether it's a bad diet, surgery. You got to attack the love for food because I've seen the people have the surgery, and then they never really attacked that, and then they still.
Yeah, I saw that, man. I had a friend that did that. That had the surgery and ate himself back and stretched his stomach right back out. I said, "Hey, man, he gonna have to cut it again." I said, "You only cut a stomach so many times before that's the last of that."
See, and this, we kind of jumping right into what the topic is, and I'm cool with that with you calling in because the question that we are asking people today. Is obesity a disease or is it a symptom of, the moves that you're making, what you're putting on your plate, what you're putting in your mouth? What do you think, B?
I think it's definitely, what your environment, what you're putting, what you're doing, and then, your family. You see the people around. The mom and the daughter looking just like her, and it's like, the choices they're making. I know the choices that I was making, taking my family to the Chinese buffet, going to this buffet, that buffet, getting mad at my family because they're not eating more than 2 plates.
That's another thing you just hit on the key thing right there. I want to tell all the guys out there, if you want to, if you're looking at these girls and stuff, you want to know what she's going to look like. Years later, look at her mom. If her mom's real big, 300, 400 pushing it.
No.
Looking at that, it's in her genes. It's in her genes. It's in her genes.
I don't think it's genetic, man.
Yeah, it is.
I think the caller just proved it's not genetic.
Well, it might not be genetic.
The only thing that's genetic is the eating habit.
But the truth of the matter is we come from a big family, but it's also because we had big plates and big portions. That's my view on it. Because look at me.
It's genetic what's going on in the kitchen. My mama cooked like this with these ingredients, so I'm going to cook like that.
Family members that aren't exactly
But it could be in your genes to blow up.
Well, there's different choices
for different people. Blow up, you can blow up.
Yeah, but check it out. That's where I'm going with the discussion of I'm not blaming the consumer because the ingredients 50, 60 years ago, let's go 70 years ago, people ate the same things. It was pork chops. It was whatever.
Oh,
That's
I'm loving
on
that
it.
you're bringing that up.
What I'm saying
yeah.
is, go
But
ahead. I don't want to cut your point out because you're making a good point here.
You know what I'm saying? So it's people were still eating the same things. You know, there's a difference between like when you go and you travel abroad and you see the American type fat, you know that where they're from.
There's a different type.
You know what I'm saying? Nah. Check it out. There's obese and there's like, you know, American, like Western style diet obese. You know what I mean? You can go to Australia.
When you go to the Chinese, they don't have. I mean, it's very seldom you
In
see
China,
a fat.
in China, they are starting because there's KFC, there's McDonald's, there's the Western diet that's starting to go over there. So they get fat in different ways. Like they had sumo wrestlers, and the sumo wrestlers, they still, you know, fit and, you know, they can get around and they can, you know, stretch and do all.
My question is this. This is what I was trying to say. Different people, ham sandwich affects different people in different ways. You know, this person can eat a ham sandwich for 3 or 4 days, not gaining weight. This person eat a ham sandwich. So some of that is genetics. I mean, certain people have different
That's true.
metabolism. So
Yeah.
certain people can eat this way and stay. Because I had a friend, man, who eats whatever he wants, and he's thin. He's 44 years old, man. He's thin. You know, I eat the same stuff that he eats, I'll blow up. You know, so I'm saying different foods affect
People different ways.
Right?
Yeah,
Genetics.
Yeah, it's true.
You know,
I agree. We want to thank our sponsors, Team Watson, Deli Solutions, Pitbull Energy Drink, Roscoe's, and BeLifeDriven.
That was a good
You
way
know,
to get
but
that in.
Yeah, we got to get it in when we can get
actually, we were talking about Oya, and the caller just gave his answer. B just said that he doesn't think that that obesity is a disease, but I just looked up the definition of disease, and I'm trying to bring it back up right now, and I really might have to change my views.
All right, well, we're going to talk about
see?
that. You know, I was
You
breaking
gonna change
down,
your views in here?
which is
Yeah.
interesting because
After
Pooch
that
doesn't
banana.
normally do that.
I done already changed my views on bananas. I mean, you made me change mine earlier, but I was just surprised that you changing too.
Hey, well, B, you still there?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, man, love you. Thanks for calling in. I'm so glad that you are listening to the show. I didn't know that you listened to it. So spread the word to all your friends, you know, at
Get
work.
somebody else
and
to call in who's not a
everybody else.
Yeah.
That's so fantastic. But, you know, I just want to say blessings to you, though, for real, live on air, because, man, you're looking good. And now your wife is doing her thing, working out. And I'm so happy about that, because what B has proven is that he could do it without the surgery. He made a commitment, and I don't know how much real support, honestly, B. Can you tell me, did you have support around you? Because it's not like we were talking every day. And you're
hard
like,
work,
oh, yeah,
hard work and commitment will do it. Hard work and
that's doing it.
commitment.
No,
Mental.
Hard work.
I mean, was it on you? Because other people, I'm just keeping it real around the family, they still eating, doing what they're doing. So how did you make that commitment and that change? And you still got to be around everybody still doing the same thing every time we go to a family function.
Oh yeah, just you know, like basically, you know, everybody was supportive in the fact, like Mom, she still do her thing in terms of, you know, whatever she makes, the dressing for Thanksgiving or the green beans or greens, she'll do a little separate side of us, you know, with no meat inside of it, and we just, you know, and we just make those choices, like you said, dedication and commitment, because you can easily say you committed and say you're not going to do something, and then go over there and be like, well, this is one time I'm going to eat this chicken.
And at one time be the next month and the next month, and then you don't change. Yeah.
But once you get down to your target weight, you can't have some chicken. I'm just letting you know that right now.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
I do my thing now and here and there, but I just don't eat meat. But like I said, you do your thing. I just got through running right now at the beach. I heard you guys. I was listening on Facebook.
Whoa.
All right.
You committed.
Yeah, that's right.
You got choices to make, though. You got choices to make. You either gonna have to change your name or gain some weight. You can't be Big B and be slim. Okay, so you're gonna have
He's
to.
always Big B. He's still tall. He's still got the big energy in
Yeah, he's
life.
like
He's
6'5",
still Big
you
B.
said, right?
You got to be tall, slim, or Big B. You got to make your mind up.
I'm digging it. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for calling in, man. Go have a Big Mac, man. You earned it. You ran on the beach.
Don't
Have
listen
one
to
Big
Doug.
Mac if you want one.
No, listen, remember the affirmation. I am surrounding myself with positive, loving, and supportive people. Don't listen to Doug.
Yeah, the Big Mac is positive if you're hungry. I'm telling you.
Whatever you can convince your mind to do, you can achieve.
Get a positive Happy Meal.
Hey, one thing before you go. Add these bananas to your diet. See that? Have you see that? Get that right there. See how that's eating right there? Add that. That'll help you lose weight because you won't eat the whole banana. About 50% of it'll be left when you finish.
Thanks for checking in with us, B. Love you much. All right?
All
All right,
y'all, take
man.
care.
All right,
So
peace.
we are going to come back and we're going to talk more about this
We gotta take
this
another break
topic.
already?
Yeah, because we got to listen to. First of all, we got Chosen in the house.
We gotta
and
play
he's
his
got
song.
a record.
Oh, Chosen.
Yeah.
Is that your official name?
Is that his Chosen name?
Your name is Chosen, or are you the chosen one, like the Golden Child with Eddie Murphy with the hat on?
However you want to take it.
Okay, we need to get him a hat. Remember the Eddie Murphy hat and the
He
Golden
got a
Child?
hood. He got a hood on.
No, we got to get him one of them hats that don't have a brim on it.
Oh,
All the way
okay.
around,
Oh,
like,
yeah,
you know what I'm talking
yeah,
about.
yeah,
Golden
yeah.
Child hat.
Actually, we ought to get Dr. Pooch to bring that in because that's like an African type of.
Oh, you
hat,
got
yeah.
the Eddie Murphy hats? I call them Eddie Murphy hats.
That's some Asian stuff. ain't it?
Yeah, let's get one of them because
Okay.
he probably too young to know about the Golden Child, but Eddie Murphy.
They got them in
Golden
Africa
Child.
too.
Africa?
Yeah.
Don't get it from Africa though. You gotta be careful. You gotta get it.
We don't want a bowler
sanitized.
hat. We don't want a bowler hat.
You come over here. Don't bring nothing from Africa unless it's sanitized. I love my African people, but I gotta make sure everything is sanitized that come in here because it's Ebola. And like they said, they done ran out of medicine. They gave the last little bit to the white folks.
Hey.
We ain't got nothing left for us, so we gotta be careful.
Yeah, we ought to get some white spray and start spraying the Africans white and bringing them over here and they can get
Yeah,
that.
that's
They can
what-
get that
for real.
shot. You know.
All right, well, we're going to take a quick break and we will be right back. Call us. Tell us your thoughts. 323-965.
Be life
1600.
driven. Is that
Ooh,
how
she
the
can
song
sing.
goes? Be life driven.
Kind of how it goes. Yeah, you kind of
See
got
that?
a little
I'm
pitch
learning
on
the
you,
song.
dog. All right,
Say that
we'll,
as an affirmation at your job. Be life driven.
that works. That works. All right, we'll be right back.
It's time. Be life driven.
It's time.
Hey,
We
world,
back. We blowing that song
we
up today.
are back. I know. Well, we're just
Yeah.
having a little technical difficulties. We're working it out right now with our
BeLifeDriven.
engineer because we had some other songs we want to play, including Chosen.
But now
so
it's
we gonna
time
have to-
for real talk.
Yeah,
with
and
O.
we really already getting
Are we
into
ready
it.
for
Yeah.
it? Yes, let's get down.
If we don't have a CD or Chosen, man, I'm down for a
Yeah.
live performance. You know.
yeah, he's
From,
ready too. We can do that.
think
Yeah,
you know?
that's
He can
you know,
blow it up right here.
We got to get into this topic because it's really people already calling in about it. But I definitely, and Doug, you sitting right next to me as a comedian, I got to give a shout out. We didn't talk about Robin Williams passing away.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Joan
And
Rivers
Joan Rivers
passed away,
we
man. Now
lost
that
two
one,
great ones. I mean, I know the
man.
women. My wife was devastated because the fashion police. She watches all of those stuff
Right,
and everything.
right.
It was incredible that she was 81 years old, keeping up and that's what I was, alluding to earlier. Traveling, being gone all the time, it really takes a toll on your body. You know, and at 81 years old, I mean, her schedule was full, man.
She was doing a lot.
But I think there's a deeper, in my opinion now, we don't know all the information, all the facts that came out. There's a deeper message here. And since we're promoting health and we're promoting people making positive and right decisions, be careful when you do these little outpatient surgeries.
That's true.
And these little clinics that you go into. Check their records. See if anybody has died within the last 4 or 5 or 6 times that people have come in, because she went to one of those. I mean, Joan had money, man. She should have been at Cedars-Sinai getting this.
Well,
best
I think
thing
that the argument was that it was a little routine. It wasn't.
Ain't
they
nothing
didn't think.
routine.
Yeah, but did you see the place?
You never know.
Did you see the place? The place looked like I couldn't tell it from a pizza shop. It was a little bitty place with a little awning. You Joan Rivers, go to Cedars-Sinai and get up. I mean, they do little outpatient stuff at Cedars-Sinai.
Yeah.
You don't need to be going to some place that got a little awning up on it where you don't.
So
know
she was
from.
doing plastic
You can-
surgery?
You couldn't tell if it was a pawn shop or a surgery shop. It looked like a pawn shop to me.
She was doing plastic surgery. That's how
No,
she got
she said she was getting. They
little
real
routine
hush
treat.
with this. They
Yeah.
talking about she was getting
But
some type
something
of
with her
throat.
vocals.
Right.
Yeah,
something.
Michael Jackson got that to keep his voice high or whatever.
And
I mean,
then
I don't know if it was cosmetic.
What, and then she went into cardiac arrest. Or
Went
they
into
had
cardiac
to-
arrest while they were doing the procedure. Now the place is under investigation.
But she was out late too, till like 12 o'clock at night. Then going to get up early in the morning and going for a procedure at
Yeah.
80 something years
Just
old.
saying,
That was a lot too.
if you're gonna
That
go
was a
in
lot.
and get any type of procedure, read up on the place that you're getting the procedure from.
Yes.
See,
Well, I can't
check
help
the
but think
documents.
that she did, and she knew that. I mean, it is Joan Rivers.
It
You
just
would
looked,
think,
but
right?
that you would think, but it looked. Did you see the place on the news?
I saw it.
It was
I
it
didn't
was a
see
little bitty
that.
place. I mean,
Rinky-dink.
you take about 4 or 5 steps and you done walk past the whole place. I mean, it was real narrow. It was a little awning on there. It had some little writing on there. Man, it looked like a pawn shop.
It looks like that place where Big B was getting his donuts from.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what it
So
looked
we
like.
need to.
Well, I found this, and I had to share this. Joan Rivers' funeral request. When I die, and yes, Melissa, that day will come. And yes, Melissa, everything is in your name. I want my funeral to be huge showbiz affair with lights, camera, action. I want craft services. I want paparazzi. I want publicists making a scene. I want it to be Hollywood all the way. I don't want some rabbi rambling on. She wanted Meryl Streep crying in 5 different accents, and it goes on and on about the designer toe tag, and
I don't
she
think she
wants
got all
a
that 'cause
casket
they
in
had
her.
the feud.
She wants her hair blowing like Beyonce. I just
They
thought
might
that
as well
was
throw some
hilarious.
rims in there while she in there too. Roll the casket in on some 44s or something, you know.
I don't want to put a negative spin on Joan Rivers,
Or she wouldn't want that. She wouldn't want funny. I mean, she just wrote a eulogy.
But when
right
Michael
there.
Jackson first went into the hospital, they caught her walking down the street and they told her to say, well, did you hear about Michael Jackson? I hope that child molester dies or whatever.
She
Blah,
said
blah.
that?
Yeah, she said that. And that's a trip.
Well,
you
see,
know?
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Yeah,
I didn't want to speak on it anyway.
Yeah.
But
Death didn't come to her. See,
You know what? Look, the truth of the matter is this, because I've looked at some of that stuff with Joan, and you know what? She has said some outlandish, crazy things her whole life. That was her.
yeah, that's what made her.
That's. I mean, she said stuff about Obama, his wife, and everybody else up under the sun.
Right.
Michael Jackson. There's been some people that are her friends that she's ridiculed crazy.
Right.
That was what she did.
hey, that's comedy. I mean, you have to have an open mind to be able to joke about anybody, and that's what she did. But you gotta be careful when you wish death on somebody, because it could come back on you. I mean, and she. I mean,
But what's the deal with Hollywood though? Like it seems like Hollywood this like always 3, you know, and I don't know, I'm like
you're right.
kind of
It's
nervous, like
somebody else.
waiting
Yeah,
for
that's
the
what
third.
they say.
And
Somebody
now
else.
it's like 2 comedians, like 2 legendary comedians at the same time. It's kind of weird, you know.
Maybe
I don't want to
better cancel that
prophesize
flight.
nothing,
I'm
but
taking on this thing on this red eye out tomorrow night. Chill. Well, at least they were old white. They were older and white. So, you know.
So you don't think you fit into
I'm
that?
not in that category.
It's
Old
gonna
and white.
pass you. It's gonna pass
Hope
you.
so, man.
Yeah.
Blow over.
Yeah, I
But eat
just,
another one of these bananas to make sure.
Doug need to slide over a little bit.
Am I sliding over? Y'all gonna have me and Oya like this right here after a while.
it's all love. It's all
but I'm just saying.
fantastic.
He married. He
We
married.
need more cameras in here is what we need.
yeah.
Y'all got us bunched up like we in a Mexican car in here, man. We need more cameras to spread everything out. It's like we Mexicans riding around in here, man.
So-
All bunched up.
So look, okay, so because I really want to get back into real talk because we already on this topic, but you know we kind of jumped off of a couple of things that were going on in the news, so just want to bring those up. Talked about those 2 comedians, may they rest in peace. Have to bring this up.
Bring it up.
Doug, you looking at it? You heard about this? Okay. So
His comments weren't really
wait,
that
no,
bigoted to me. I'm not gonna say.
I didn't read it. What you talking
Hold
about?
on, the people
She
don't
gonna
know.
tell you. I'm sorry. I'm just jumping the gun. You know, I'm sorry. I'm
See,
sitting
he's
over
looking right here on my laptop about Atlanta Hawks. You guys got the news
Oh,
on
yeah,
that?
yeah,
Get
yeah.
the
Nah, what happened?
email.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I mean, the comments weren't. Maybe you should read just a portion of what he said.
Yeah.
At least a line or two. So
Okay, well,
everybody
let me
can
just give
Leave
a
out
little.
the bad words.
No, what
wasn't
happened
bad.
is after this whole Donald Sterling racist debacle, you know, the public went crazy about that. That was straight up hardcore. It was a really black and white case with everything. How I viewed it, how I heard it, you know.
Right.
But in this particular situation, I'm reading some of the comments of what people are saying about the Atlanta Hawks owner. He agrees to sell the team because he had some bigoted comments. And
I personally think on this, but just jumping the gun, the Atlanta Hawks are so bad in terms of he was looking for. He saw what happened to Donald Sterling.
$2 billion.
He came out and said, you know what? I don't want no niggas at the game. All right, I gotta sell my team. I'm gonna sell it for $2 billion.
Okay, so this is what happened. So you guys understand what's happening. He made some comments basically to kind of summarize it that there's basically a lot of hip-hop-ish things that's going on at the games. You know, the cheerleaders, the kind of black music.
What he really hit up on, and this is what they reported on, and I didn't see the exact comment on the thing, but what he said in context, now this is not an exact quote,
Okay.
but he said that there were a lot of blacks coming to the games and that they were making, he felt like with so many blacks coming to the games that they were keeping white people from coming to the games.
They're
because
scaring.
They're scaring, right. They were
Right.
scared to come to the games, and unfortunately there weren't enough, or there isn't enough, he said, affluent blacks to fill that void. In other words, if you're going to keep white people away, that's cool, but let it be enough black people to fill up the stands, and then we don't mind if you keep the white people away.
Here, this is what it says. It says in the
crazy.
email, Livingston talks about how African American centric the Hawks crowd is, how they struggle to attract the white 35 to 55 demographic, and how they need to make steps to get those white fans in the building. He said he thought that the black crowd was scaring off the whites who might buy season tickets, and he discusses plans to make the crowd whiter. So
Start
there's-
winning.
and
Start
that's
winning.
hilarious.
Start winning.
Need to win some
Become
championship.
win a team. Win a
But
championship.
you know what, though, man? Here's my thing. I personally, I don't see that as a racist comment. I see that as the truth. I mean, unfortunately, in Alabama, I grew up in Montgomery, Alabama, so I'm from the cradle of the civilization movement. I mean, it all started in Montgomery, Alabama. And what he's saying is true, man. You know, whenever we frequent, and this is indicative of life. When we move into neighborhoods, white people move out. I mean, there's a general fear that is out there that white people have of black people. Now, you know, I don't have statistics to back this up, but generally, when you see a lot of black people moving into an area or frequenting a place or what have you, white people cut down on their trips or their visits to that place. So how is that racist? I
Well,
mean,
and
if
Doug-
you're telling the truth, I don't think
But that's
talked
based
about
in
that
that's based
last
in
week.
racism.
We talked about that last week, remember?
Well, but you know, a lot of people are commenting, and there are black people that are commenting that are saying they don't think that was really racist. They think that he's a businessman
It's a
and he's
cop-out,
just saying.
'cause, I mean, I'm from Atlanta, so
Okay.
you know, I used to go to the games. I mean, and it is like a lot of black people there, but you got to think.
I
what city
understand now.
is?
I
What's
Atlanta.
the what's the
There's 6 million people
demographics
there.
of Atlanta?
Black people?
Exactly.
So you're not
So
going to
why
attract
would you-
that many white people if it's a city full of black people that's actually doing good for themselves. So
How many white players on the team?
It's a lot of
on the Hawks.
rich
Exactly.
rappers in Atlanta.
You know what I'm saying? Like that,
Rich.
the whole thing. That's racist thought. It's racist mentality, and the fact that the overall. I don't know. I'm just hearing about this, but if black people and the overall consensus from what you're getting, the gist of that is that. Well, it's okay. He's thinking as a businessman, we cutting ourselves short, and that's we're not trained in the business and the economics of racism. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. We're always like at the bottom end of that because we're not trained in the economics of racism.
Well,
for
let
the
me ask you a
people-
question. I just want to put this question out there to
Trained.
you because I'm hearing you saying this.
Yeah.
If I make a statement, if I make a comment, if I
Educated,
if I
rather.
have a nightclub, and it's being frequented by mostly black people,
Right.
and I say, you know what, man, we having so many black people that I feel like the white people are threatened or they're not coming because we need to do something to diversify the crowd to get white. How is that racist? I don't see the racism in it.
Because, well, first of all, you can't compare a nightclub to a basketball game.
You
know what I
can. You
mean?
pretty much can because the NBA is going hip hop, man. They're playing hip hop music. They got rappers. You see
what he said.
what's his name is in Jay-Z owns one of the teams.
Right, but there's so many different type of clubs out there. You know what I mean? Like to attract
I didn't give it
the white audience, you're not playing strictly hip hop. You're playing EDC. You're playing
They
house
changed the
music.
music.
You're
They
playing.
changed
You know
the
what
What
I'm
I'm
saying?
saying to you is, but what I'm saying
comparable.
it's very comparable when you compare an NBA game to a club. It really is. It's entertainment. You go to a club to be entertained.
Right. Actually, you need more white players to play and maybe more white people to start coming.
But what
to
I'm
the game.
saying, my question is this though. We're getting inside of the question.
Yeah.
I'm asking the question: how is that racist if I make that comment?
Right.
I don't see any racism in what he said. He's a businessman, and he said that he felt his observation was that because of the amount of black people that were coming to the game, he didn't describe the black people. He didn't say because of the thuggish black people that are coming.
Well, he said
because of
hip-hop.
the amount-
Well,
He
check
said
out
hip-hop,
this comment,
so-
what someone said. It says, face it, Boston needed Larry Bird because he was white. Lots of white people hate rap music. Lots of black people hate country music. If your customers are a mix of both, then you got a business problem.
I mean, but you got to look at, like, I'm not sure how many people are familiar where, the
I'm from Montgomery,
Phillips,
Alabama, so I
Phillips
know.
Arena is, but that part of Atlanta that it's in, it's like all black people. It's not like, it's like basically like the Forum. Like the Forum is in Inglewood. How many people is coming from Calabasas to go to a game in Inglewood or something like that?
Well,
I don't
that's
know,
why it's in the
but
Staples
there's
Center
a
right
whole
now.
lot
So
of
there's
white people
there's
that
an
were at the
economics. There's an
Forum,
economics
and a whole
behind
lot of
that
white
thought.
people
That's
were
my
at
that's
Staples.
That's
So
why
I don't.
You know what I'm saying? There's a whole economics
Now they'll
behind
go to games.
all of downtown was built. Downtown Los Angeles, we're talking about, was built around the idea of the Staples Center. They had that in a computer, like internet kind of like virtual system already, and it was planned. It was like virtual real estate that was already bought before they even built downtown. Downtown was a sham. We still see the remnants of it, and they're trying to kick out the majority of black homeless people, veterans that are out there. You know what I'm saying? So there's a whole economics behind that thought process, and that's what black people don't understand in America.
No doubt.
You know
I hear you.
mean?
But what I'm saying is so that kind of really doesn't work. I understand the demographics in that area, but then yet at the same time, there's white and everybody else was coming to the Forum back in the day, and still now today that they've remodeled it, and now we have the Staples Center, what you're saying, and everybody of all colors, all shades, all races, all
I'd
ages.
much rather go to the Staples Center than the Forum, though.
Yeah, thank you.
But they do. There's lots of. I mean, the Eagles played at the Forum. I mean, come on. I mean, they're coming.
They redid it though.
Yeah.
They did.
But
they-
even before that,
I yet to see.
I mean, Prince was there, and I know that's a big name to shout out. But every color, every race, every age.
What that
was
owner
there.
is essentially saying, he's saying, I'd rather white dollars than black dollars.
No,
You know
that's not what
I'm
he's
saying?
saying.
I don't know that
what
he's saying that. I
is
gotta
he
learn
wanted
more
to
about
find,
it.
I mean, from what I'm hearing, we need more white people at the game. So what he was saying is that there's not enough black people to fill up the stands. He needs a combination of white and black, and he just made an assessment. He said, I feel like since I guess the crowd is predominantly black, that white people.
So,
You know, I just don't feel like-
so that doesn't make sense in a business sense. You're saying your city is predominantly black. Your players are predominantly black.
But
The
you
whole
gotta
hip hop
draw
as
out the
the NBA as a whole is going black because you're saying hip hop, which is just a covert way of saying black. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
See-
and so you're saying, well, it's going black, but we need to cater to the white audience.
No, he didn't
How
say
it-
anything about catering to him. He said that he
That's-
needed more white people to
Okay,
come out.
Dr.
That's-
Pooch, but check this
so
out.
he's
It's
catering
just,
to the-
It's just like your book. Do you want all black people to buy your book, or you want everyone to buy your book?
I do want everyone to buy my book, my books, but
You said books. Excuse
You know
me.
what I'm saying?
Right, okay.
yeah. So, but the thing is, I have a multicultural character. He's black and Hispanic because I'm speaking to a certain demographic that's underrepresented. You see what I'm saying? Because in education, we were educated with the white characters. You know what I'm saying? So we were educated with the white superheroes. We were educated. It's part of our indoctrination in a sense, you know, that we're comfortable with the white character, but the black and brown characters make us uncomfortable.
I mean, I can dig it, but you know, I just posed that
It's a lot
question.
going on right there.
I posed that question because, you know, as businessmen, and I'm a woman here.
Look,
you,
Woman.
you
Look,
want,
there was just an assessment in I forget, like Wall Street or Journal. I forget where I read it this last week. Black people were estimated to spend $1.3 trillion last year. They spent $1 trillion. Okay, that's not on majority black businesses. That's not on, you know what I'm saying? That's on everybody else's businesses. It's not on our own stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because what black people are known to do is to spend money as
We're
soon as it
consumers.
comes out of the.
We're consumers. Black people are known to be consumers.
I mean,
Okay,
no
so
doubt.
those things are known, and what I'm saying is we're not trained or educated or whatever word you want to use to think in terms of economics, but everybody else is, and you're admitting that black people are consumers. But we're not. We don't have any education behind the dollars that we earn, and we're not earning those dollars from black businesses.
But I agree with everything you're saying. But I'm just making the point. I don't see what he said as being racist.
It's extremely racist.
I don't think if you make. I don't think if you make an observation.
That's like saying what Donald Sterling said isn't racist.
Well, that's different. He called out. He called out.
I think it's a
that's
little
apples
different. And
oranges.
now-
Yeah, but
if you
that was a private conversation that we weren't even supposed to hear.
But
so
Doc-
so what
Doc,
what-
if you make the you just said. Mm-hmm. You said, hey, black people, we're not conditioned, we're not trained to understand the power of our economic. That was an observation that you made. I don't consider that racist. So if this white guy said the same thing, how could it be racist? If a white guy
See,
came out and
that's
said,
where it gets tricky because,
That's
see,
what I'm
now if
saying.
Dr. Pooch was white and if he would have said
That
black
same thing,
people
that's
aren't
what I'm
trained or
saying.
whatever, then all of a sudden it's racist.
So
I'm
what
half
saying-
white.
But okay, we all got some white in us. I mean, look at
Okay.
Oya over here. You can tell somebody mixed somebody
You know
down
what
the
I'm
thing.
But you
I'm
know what
saying-
we're
Got some
saying.
cut in her, boy. Woo!
What I'm saying is that to make an observation, I don't feel if you make an observation that should
Well,
you should be
look,
labeled as a racist for making an
look,
observation.
You can't take somebody's culture, right? Hip hop is essentially black people's culture. You know what I'm saying? It sprang out of the black community, right?
True.
So you can't take somebody's culture and say, well, Johnson & Johnson, McDonald's, Coca-Cola, everybody's using the black culture, right? And promoting their brand and making millions of dollars off of this brand that was created and still promoted by black culture, right? And then say, well, this culture is dominant within our business model, but let's take them out of the equation and add more other races in there because they're not really wanted and they can't really fill up the stands, which is not true either.
Well, what he's saying, but you know what? Let's
That's not even
because
true.
We're disagreeing. You said racist. I said now. Let's get some callers in here
Well,
and voice some opinions.
let Chosen comment because
Let me just get a number out.
well,
Let me
he's
get a
from
number out real
Atlanta.
quick.
Yeah, he's from Atlanta.
I'm from Montgomery, Alabama, so
Y'all
Chosen
both down
Chosen
there.
know that that's only 2 hours away. But let's get this number out and then we'll get Chosen.
all right.
The number's 323-965-1600. 323-965-1600.
I'm
Call
sorry
in.
we got involved in that
And,
conversation. There was a caller. Is the caller still on air? Okay, so
We
caller.
done lost the one caller we had. We done y'all got to monitor the phones when we get whatever we talking about. Cut it off when we get a caller and let's talk to him. Call in. We want to know
Sorry,
if you
caller,
think
if you're still listening, call back.
Yeah,
We'll
call
be
us
wanna
hear what
back.
you're saying.
But
All right,
you
go
know,
ahead. You gonna
just
get
to wrap
chosen.
this.
Let's Chosen talk about
Okay.
it. Let's give him a chance to talk about it.
From the South.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm from
Exactly.
Montgomery. He from
Well, basically, I mean, yeah, it's like you guys were saying. I mean, it could go either way. Like some people say it's racist, some people saying it's not. I mean, but you got to look at, like I said, you got to look at the city that he's in. If you want that type of crowd, you got to go to that type of city, and Atlanta's not that. So.
And but the thing about it is, he was saying that to fill up the stands, you know, that he needed white people to come too, and he felt like they were being intimidated. I don't see, you know,
that's an undertone of saying that there's a separation of that black people and white people can't live together because majority black people.
But it's the truth though, Doc. I mean, I'm from the South, but white people. I mean, not all white people,
right?
But they are afraid of us, man. They're not going to come to places that we frequent that are playing hip hop. They're going to stay away from that. That's the truth.
Well, but they'll come to a jazz fest though.
Look at LA. I mean, you know, people move to Calabasas for what? A reason,
right?
But I mean,
you have to understand there's an economic still behind that, and with the people that are putting on these events, if they're in that mentality, then we're just living out their initial plan, you know what I'm saying, of let's keep it at these demographics and let's keep the minimum amount of black people in a certain thing so we're not threatened. And black people walk around with that stigma all the time. We can't walk around in groups because we have that stigma on us. So that's an economic thing that's going on. That's the legal procedure that we're living by.
You know, I think that you know, coming up soon, this is something that we could really just actually talk about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So we're gonna have to make this a topic. But just
right now, you're trying to move on to something else. Whatever.
Yeah,
we're gonna come back to this.
Back into the focus of what, because we lost our caller was calling about obesity. You know, so we want to get back into that. But just to wrap this up, he did say, by focusing on race, I also sent the unintentional and hurtful message that our white fans are more valuable than our black fans. If you're angry about what I wrote, you should be. I'm angry at myself too. It was an inflammatory nonsense. We all
this whole thing, he's trying to sell the team. He don't want to be down with that vote no more. When it comes to
race,
he and it
goes on. You know,
he came out. Nobody caught him with this. Yeah, I just want everybody to know this is by his own admission. He came out and said, "Hey, I did this thing 2 years ago. Hey, I'm sorry. I need to sell the team."
Funny.
Nobody caught him. He was tired of dealing with Atlanta losing every season, so he came out and said, "I'm a racist."
Come as close to a 2 billion as he can.
Exactly.
This is the thing that Donald Sterling said that nobody really caught up on, was that his friends were embarrassing him. Of course, I caught on to that. Yeah. You see what I'm saying?
And nobody.
Who are his friends? His friends are this dude that just made the comment.
Nobody.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So come on, man. We got to put two and two together.
I'm not saying he's not racist.
You just said he's not racist. You said it's not a racist comment.
I said listen carefully to what I said. I didn't say he wasn't a racist. I said I didn't think his comments were racist. I don't know if he's
racist.
Listeners, if you have a comment, we're going to get back into the real talk to talk about our topic today.
Is he obese? So we can make it a topic. He's obese and racist.
But we value what our listeners are thinking. So if you do have a comment or any thoughts about that, give us a call, 323-965-1600. We'll be right back.
The first caller gets a free banana. The first caller gets a free banana.
That banana looks horrible right now.
We'll be right back. We got to take a commercial break and call us 323-965-1600.
Your banana is healthy.
Let's thank our sponsor.
Are you tired of those same old energy drinks with bad taste? Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Pitbull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink. Pitbull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products. For more information on Pitbull energy drinks, bars, and mixes, visit their website at hiphopbev.com. That's hiphopbev.com. Online orders available at hiphopbev.com.
Yeah, I think that touched a lot of hearts, that little discussion right there.
Yeah.
Man, y'all
You
gotta
know.
get better, man. Y'all done came back. I had went over there, and then the next day before I got up,
It was
we
just
coming back.
come on now. You don't see
we
the no
did?
30-second commercial break.
No,
Come
you
on,
didn't
Doug.
show me that
You
with
get
30 seconds. I
into the-
thought, man, I was on my way to use the bathroom, man.
Let's thank
Not
our
this
sponsors.
break.
Let's
All right,
thank our
thank you,
sponsors.
sponsors.
We got to
Y'all
thank
let me know
Daily
how long the
Solution,
next
Team
thing gonna
Watson,
be.
LifeDriven.org.
Yeah, thank all
and
of them. man, 'cause I gotta-
Roscoe's
Next time I'm gonna go
Pitbull
Pitbull.
Energy
I'm
Drink.
gonna just go straight and pee next
Yes.
time. All right, I'm sorry.
okay.
Let's go.
But Oya, are we getting back to?
Yes, we are. Yes,
what were you talking about?
we jumped into it because Big B had called and he was really into. He saw the postings apparently and wanted to call in, and so we thank him for calling. But yeah, so obesity. We're at risk for all kinds of diseases by being overweight.
Yes.
And the discussion that we were talking about is it a disease or is it a symptom? Because there's been some arguments back and forth. Now, Dr. Pooch, we were
Yeah.
going to break, and you looked something up.
Before
and
the show,
Uh-huh.
Oya asked me, and this has been a topic of discussion because earlier this year somebody came out and said obesity is officially a disease.
And I looked at those discussions last night.
Right. So it's been a discussion throughout this whole year, and earlier in the year I was like, nah, there's no way, it's not a disease, a disease or a dis-ease. But now, looking at the actual, hold on, I just lost it. Here we go. Looking at the actual dictionary, I'm on dictionary.com right now. It
That's
says
my favorite thing right there. 'cause I look up
disease,
words.
noun. One, there's two definitions. A disordered or incorrectly functioning organ, part, structure, or system of the body resulting from the effect of genetic or developmental errors, infection, poisons, nutritional deficiency, or imbalance, toxicity, or unfavorable environmental factors, illness, sickness, and something else. It just
Okay, but is that something that is...
Now check this out. It said, why does it keep on switching? It said nutritional deficiency.
Okay, but whose fault is that?
Well, that goes to what I was telling Doug earlier. We can't blame the consumer, because to me, as a nutritionalist, as a health coach, as a dietitian, I'm really concerned with the way that packaged food, with what packaged food gives us in terms of
processing, right?
nutritional density, right? They basically take everything out. They strip everything in terms
My
of.
wife would love you, man, because she always talking about what they taking out and
Right.
nitrates and all this stuff, man.
And then they're adding in all of this addictive stuff. So the nitrates, all of these salts and sugars. So they're giving us refined products essentially, right? And the body cannot process refined sugar, refined salt, which are actually, we talked about this one time, they're actually drugs because they hit the same neurocenters as drugs.
Yeah, I'm hooked to sugar.
And right, a lot of people are, and it's fiberless. Most of the fast food junk, that we eat, most of the boxed foods, it's all fiberless.
But that's the question.
So
most of the food that we eat, like who are we talking about? The weeds, because
we're talking about the Western diet here.
I'm talking. If it's so bad for us, why are these companies able to get away with doing it so much?
Because we're addicted to it, and
I
we
mean,
keep
but why
buying.
can't they get away
we keep
with it?
buying
people are
it.
buying. We said at the
But
same
it's
time.
just so bad. How come the USDA or whatever, the government is letting them keep doing it?
The gut that
Think it has something to do with money?
A lot to do with money, but I mean, if it's killing us, and it's making such a big, I mean,
It's
he's
making
really
money.
passionate.
But
He's
here's
really
the bottom
passionate
line,
about
right,
it.
Chris? I mean, we all have choices. You can go get the fast food or the whatever items
We
that
can't
are out
all
there that
grow
aren't.
bananas like Dr. Pooch.
Well,
We
I
can't all do
mean,
that.
you
cannot do it.
we can talk about how hard it is, and and talk about the bananas and talk about all of that as much as we want, but our own president and his household is not eating the same way that we're eating. Fact.
What are they eating?
Well, they have a garden.
Yeah, but that comes with money, though.
No, it
dog.
doesn't.
You don't think that comes with money?
50 years ago, look, that comes with community.
Try to grow that in an apartment.
It's more expensive to eat a salad than it is a dollar burger.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's money, man.
Nah, not really, because
eating healthy now, I'm for it, but eating healthy costs more.
That's not accurate.
That's not true, because I go to the farmer's market. There was one yesterday,
yeah, you go after
actually.
3 o'clock, right? On Sunday.
Yeah, at 1 o'clock, at the tail end of it.
So tail end of 1 o'clock.
Of the farmer's market, they get up like kale, all the salads, all the celeries,
you can get
for $1 each, $1 a bunch.
That's what I'm saying. You
Yeah,
can
but
get
not
romaine-
everywhere though. You have
That's
to
what I'm
A
saying.
mother with three
See, he from
kids
y'all
can't
told me he
get
from
it.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
He telling you he from Atlanta.
Right.
He
Well,
gonna do it right dirty.
that's another issue in terms of the economics behind obesity, the economics behind it's a fully layered discussion when we're talking about racism, economic depravity in America. Like it's a big issue. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of factors that go into it.
And it's not just about being overweight, fat.
There's no McDonald's
whatever.
in Beverly Hills.
It's look at this. Look at
Right
what's
about that.
happening.
That's
They
You know what I'm
can't
saying?
They can't afford the property.
Look what's happening. This is what's happening.
Nah, it's the
Obesity,
community
you
that doesn't
have-
want them there.
That's
you,
true. That's
you
true.
are
Okay.
having statistics show that if you are overweight, now you're looking at having certain issues like heart disease and stroke, high blood pressure, diabetes, some cancers, gallbladder disease and gallstones, gout, breathing problems such as sleep
Gout. I
apnea.
thought that's what you get when your feet messed up.
Well, gout you get the rich
It's a
man's
sugar
disease.
problem.
It's all about eating meat, bread, yeast.
What's that when you get when your foot messed up? Ain't
That's
that
gout.
That's gout. Yeah.
But it starts in your blood with what you eat.
Osteoarthritis,
And it
the
feeds
joint
off of sugar.
condition.
Oh, it feed off of sugar. Well, I better be careful of that because I got a lot of sugar in me. Now,
Let me clarify. Off of refined sugar.
oh, okay.
Yes.
So you saying if I get some of that agave nectar, it's good to better to put that in me than just a straight up sugar from.
It's better, but it's also high in fructose.
But that's natural though. Come on now, see that's what I'm saying. You jump off one thing, you're damned if you do damn. I say I'm gonna give up regular sugar, then I say I'm gonna get
I said it's a step above. Look, we have to. I've been on this journey for a very long time. Oya, she's been on a journey for a very long time. The fact that we don't know how to eat anymore has been a systematic breakdown of our eating habits for 30, 40 years. You know what I'm saying? If you go to the average, elder that's 40, 50 years older than us, they don't eat the stuff that we eat. They want, you give them some crackers and some, little cheese snips. They not gonna eat that because that's not what they was raised on.
And see, this is the argument that I get into over and over again. When you think of our family, our grandparents, our great grandparents, our ancestors, talk about living in an economical way. I can't speak for everybody, but I know my grandparents, on their farm with their vegetables, they were not vegetarian, but they had their own fruits and vegetables that they planted. They had their own hogs. Yes, they ate pork.
Yeah.
Okay, they had all of that they tended to themselves. So all of the hormones and the this and all of this extra additives and preservatives. Now, fast forward to now we're at the dinner table. The gluttony was not there because they couldn't even afford to do that. Okay, so they would maybe have one piece of chicken with a bunch of greens.
But also
so
check
now,
it out.
But I'm just talking about this portion control thing because.
But that goes to the point that I'm saying because and that's what made me change my mind about obesity being a disease or not. According to this definition, nutritional deficiency is categorized as a disease.
Wait, repeat that now.
Nutritional deficiency is categorized as a disease. It's part of this definition. And so my opinion is that most obese people, they're actually nutritionally deficient. And that's why they're overeating because they're searching for that nutrition. Their body's telling them, well, I'm not satiated yet. The food is, fiberless. The food is, refined in salt and sugars and stuff, which have addictive qualities to it. That's true. But they're nutritionally deficient. They're searching for that nutritional dense food. That's why you eat a kale salad and you feel full because it's nutritionally dense.
Okay,
You see what I'm saying?
speaking of kale, thinking back to this comment that Chosen just made about, it's easier to get a $1 burger than the salad. Now,
It is.
earlier
He had
before
one
we
before he
started the
came
show,
I'm saying he just spent $1. He got what he wanted. He didn't have to.
but I
wait for a
gotta
banana or
get back
grow
to
nothing.
him
Okay.
because of the fact that I found out something I didn't know that Chosen is a personal trainer. You're an artist, an R&B artist, but you're also a personal trainer. And you looking, I can't see all your body over there, but I see something coming out. Look like you're doing some push-ups or something.
You ain't gotta have muscles to be no personal trainer now. You know what I'm saying?
And you ain't got to have muscles to eat a $1 burger.
That's right. That's
My
what I'm
point
saying.
is, Chosen does not look overweight. Okay.
Oh, he's not.
He
I don't
looks like
think
he's
anybody in
fit,
here is overweight.
and he looks like, you know what I mean.
We got any fat people in here?
Nope.
All right.
So everybody here
we
taking care of
are,
themselves.
we
That's what we should have
to-
had. We should have had a fat person come in here. We should have a really big fat person come in, sit them right there, put dollar thing from the thing, put
That's
one of
some
these
salad.
bananas over there in a salad and see which one they eat. don't say nothing, just put it right there. But we want to just try to see if they got it in
Survey
control.
says-
We need to do that next week. We need to do that
Don't
next
say
week.
nothing to them.
Don't say nothing to 'em.
Just put some food in front of them and see which one they go for. And then-
You put 'em on the spot.
Chosen. Speaking of choices,
Hey, we need to have a real banana and one of them yard bananas.
see which one they. I'm sorry. We sorry.
Okay, back to Chosen.
Go ahead
Thank
with
you.
Chosen. Yeah, we gotta get to
Speaking
Chosen, 'cause he ain't
of
getting it.
choices, you are an artist.
Right.
You know, for the most part, you know, you got to look good. And then, do you dance? Do you do any of that? Okay,
do
so
dance.
all of that. So you got to be physically fit. You got to be winded to be able to sing and do everything. And you made the joke about it's easier to get a dollar burger. True. Okay. All right. Maybe. And then have a salad. But what do you do? And then how do you express to your clients how to eat properly? You know, versus getting a dollar burger.
I mean, it's definitely eating properly is definitely the main part of being in shape, because a lot of people just think that, oh, because I work out, oh, I'm going to be in shape. But no, you can work out and still you not progress the way you are supposed to, because your diet sucks. So I mean, it's all about having a healthy diet and eating right, as well as, you know, incorporating that with your workout regimen.
Okay, but you made that joke though, so like you still talking
Because
about
he
a
burning his
choice.
metabolism. He got a
Yeah.
fast metabolism, so he can go eat a Big Mac right now and still probably go work out with a fat person. I mean, it doesn't make a
really do.
difference because he's got high metabolism.
I play basketball, so I'm always, you know, active, so I'm burning a lot of calories. But if you're eating like that dollar burger versus the salad, you need to make sure you're burning off those calories, because I mean, if you just choosing that over a salad, then your workouts aren't really gonna help you if you're eating if you're eating poorly. So yeah, you definitely, I mean, you should go the salad way. I mean, even if you just doing like, you know, baked things like baked chicken instead of like fried foods, because fried foods aren't good for you. So, you know, if you just bake it or, you know, pan sear something like that, that's a whole lot better than frying it.
Well, let me ask you, how did you keep together? You know, we had talked to our caller earlier. You know, we came from that whole world of just overeating and the fried chicken and, like you said, the pork chops and everything else.
Swine.
You are from Atlanta. Okay, so
swine
I
in
know
Atlanta. It's a big
your
thing.
family had to be getting down. How
You
did
grew
you
up on swine.
Hog maws.
Yes,
pork
grew up
chops,
chillins. I
He
grew up in
said
South
hog
Carolina.
maws.
Yes, he grew up in swine.
I think I'm gonna go get me a chitlin plate.
That's what I'm trying to say. Hey, this is a true story. I tried to get my father, you know, because I don't eat pork anymore. I tried to get my father off of pork, and I pleaded with him. Doc, you'll be proud of me. I pleaded with him not to eat anymore. And you know what he told me? He said, the only thing I hate about a hog is it's not as big as a hippopotamus. And that was the end of the discussion. When he said that, I said, you know what? That's the end of me trying to get you off that.
I mean, but to answer your question, like the way that everybody has a cheat day. So it's not like you have to stick to a strict diet 7 days a week, 365, nothing like that. But I mean, as long as you majority eating right, you can have a cheat day every now and then. It's nothing wrong with that. So as far as me, I mean, I train hard. When I train, like I'm training for like, I'm in the gym like 2-3 hours or whatever, just training. And then like sometimes I do 2 a days. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
see,
just how I train.
this is a whole nother category right here. How he's working out and what he's able to do versus someone that's not working out at all.
Right. You know, I don't want to jump off the subject, but I'm gonna do it just real quick, and then we get real. It just hit me who you look like, because you know I've been wrestling with it. She looked just like Shantae Moore. Doesn't she look like Shantae Moore?
A little bit.
That's Shantae Moore right there. You tell me that don't look like Oya. That's Oya's face, and that's Shantae Moore. Does she not look like that? I'm just saying. It just hit
Well,
me. But go ahead.
Shantae is beautiful,
She is
so
beautiful. That's her
I'll
right there. Now look at
receive
Oya.
that.
You
Thank
did
you,
research
thank you.
on that, Doug.
That's what I'm saying. It just hit me. But tell me that don't look like her.
That looks like her.
Okay, we
sorry.
over
All right.
here
Okay,
taking
go
care
ahead.
of business. This man over here.
No, I'm just
looking
saying,
up-
when something hits you, you have to do it, or you be spending the rest of the day. So I'm like, man, she looked down there, it bothered me. But
I
go
got a
ahead.
question for Dr. Pooch. He was talking about baked chicken, so that was a healthier way than eating fried chicken. So, you know, we're talking about steroids and things they're putting in chicken and
Yeah.
beef and pork.
Yeah.
So
Swine.
does it make a difference
Yeah,
if
it does.
you
Yeah.
if you don't fry it or if you bake it when the hormones is what's affecting you?
Yeah, I mean it's a big discussion, and people are so we're so detached from what's going on, from the food that's on our plate, that there's so many factors that the industry has controlled over our overall health and wellness. So the fact that there are, steroids and hormones and antibiotics. You can do any search online, and we can find traces of people being immune to the antibiotics because there's so much of that coming in through the animals. You can see, and the fact that they are pumping them full of antibiotics is worrisome because that means that they live in a dirty environment.
Yeah, and you get, that's what the thing with swine. You can get parasite because they live in. Everybody stop eating swine because they live in mud, and you can get parasites. But I just want to let you know this. I went to Ralph's, man. Ralph's got a new thing they call it kosher foods. I think it's kosher and simple. Man, I read the instructions. You've been proud of me, Doc. No preservatives, no artificial coloring. Right. This is good because I can buy it from Ralph's. It didn't have none of it. I mean, the Jewish people eat it. So you can't make a choice. They said
kosher just means that a rabbi prayed over it. It don't really mean nothing about the.
Well, I took it as meaning that that they didn't give it
that Jewish is better.
No, not Jewish is better. Now I know some Jews that got some money. Then I would continue to put them on the upper end over there with it. But I know some black people too. But no, what I'm saying is, man, I could buy this food from the store and not have to worry about going to after 3 o'clock to the farmer's market.
Right.
No, they're going, trying to catch the farmer's market after 3 o'clock. So I'm just telling you, you can find foods at the store that don't have the hormones and stuff that you said that they shouldn't.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
But you didn't answer my question. So
what's the question?
I was asking him, if the meat is bad when you get it, it's got the hormones and all those parasites in it. Mm-hmm. So you bake it instead of fry it.
Well,
does it make a difference? Because I'd rather eat it fried and let it taste good if it's going to be bad.
Well, the thing is,
I just want to know.
If you fry it, it's going to affect your arteries and it's going to clog something up. Now, talking about the hormones, you're talking about your endocrine system, right? Your endocrine system is responsible for all of the glands in your body, and your thyroid gland, which a lot of people, the goiter, little.
Oh yeah, turkey neck. They call it turkey neck.
Exactly.
Yeah, turkey neck.
So that's because of a glandular deficiency, right? And that goiter right here actually controls your weight. You see what I'm saying? It controls your temperature. It controls a lot of things. It controls your appetite. So because of the subtle things that people are putting in there, our bodies are responding to things in a certain way. The sugar, the salt, the little subtle things that we don't even pay attention to.
See, what bothers me when you point out this kind of stuff, because you have people who do all this kind of stuff and pick out all this, and then next thing you know, you see them smoking weed or drinking alcohol. So if you're going to live it all the way, I better not see somebody eating right and then smoking a joint right after the meal. You know what I'm saying? So we got to live it all the way now. Don't just be, everybody have their problems.
This is really interesting. We got to take a music break here.
Hey, can we get some callers? I don't understand why we haven't had any callers.
Well, we did, and we got.
I want to know why we haven't had our our white caller. What was his name? He used to call in all the time.
Tex.
Tex ain't called in a long time. I want to know why he ain't called.
Hopefully he hasn't fallen off. Everyone has their ebbs and flows.
We put out a call right now. Tex, if you can call in, because he listened to the show.
Yeah, call in,
and we want to talk to Tex. He'll call in. He listened to the show all the time.
We want Tex to call in.
I'm really reviewing this Dr. Pooch here, looking at different articles on WebMD and Forbes and so on and so forth. And, there's arguments where they're saying that you cannot call being overweight a disease, because they're really basically talking about you have choices. You have choices in how you eat.
It can be,
but you can't say you have choices when the food is influencing that choice. That's my whole point.
No, but you still have a choice.
According to the dictionary.com, it says nutritional deficiency. I would argue that most people that are overeating, obese, they are nutritionally deficient.
I second that emotion. I'm gonna second that now.
But the thing,
I'm just saying from by definition.
No, and I get that, but if you see, this is where it gets a little tricky, because if you are deficient, then it's a matter of, if you educate yourself then on it,
let me come so you can see me.
Then you can start to eat better.
Yeah,
but if
most
you don't
people
have that education,
aren't educated on it.
So
therefore it's not their choice. You like we said last week, the affirmation
because we were
was
talking about
choice,
degenerative
right?
disease of the mind, and if we let that go and not educate ourselves in what we can do to move forward in a positive
choice and education move hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? So you can't make a proper decision.
Speak on it.
You can't make a proper decision if you're not educated.
So is
first.
that a disease? If you're ignorant?
Yeah,
ignorance is a big time disease.
Yeah.
A lot of people are afflicted by it too.
Now, that's what
Ignorance
I mean,
is a-
I could read the
now watch
definition
out,
again.
though. Okay, because I just had to let that soak in because
Ignorant.
you know what? Maybe so. Because at the end of the day, watch this. Because disease is reversible. You can reverse disease and you can cure yourself of different diseases.
And you just got to eat the right things, as Doctor
Yeah.
was saying. And you can start by
Let me-
eating one of these bananas. It'll
let me,
cure you of all your ills. You'll be straight up and everything.
Let me read the definition again, right? A disordered or incorrectly functioning organ. That could be your mind.
Just
that
like
could
we
be,
talked
you know
about
what I'm
last
saying?
week. Yep.
Part, structure, or system of the body resulting from the effect of genetic or developmental errors. That could be, it's vague. You know what I mean? Infection, poisons, which are,
Swine,
in the
swine.
food, you know what I'm saying? Swine, all of that.
Parasites in swine.
Nutritional deficiency or imbalance, which
Imbalance.
is mental, physical.
That's normally
Toxicity,
associated with women.
which is going on
Imbalance. They have
in the
emotional
diet.
problems, imbalance, acting crazy. I'm just
all
going to
that.
you speak on it. I'm going to tell you where you can find it.
Or unfavorable environmental factors. That's what we're dealing with.
Unfavorable
illness,
environmental illness, sickness.
ailment.
All right, it's getting deep, y'all.
Speaking of that, you described everything that's going on with Keys right now. She's not feeling well. You described everything that's going on with her. The engineer can second those emotions. Right on. Speak on it. Speak on it.
Did she have pork this morning?
we this is getting deep. We gotta find some kind of resolution. When we come back, we're gonna talk more about this. But we have Chosen in the house, and Chosen has a song out now. It's called "Find Our Way Back." You want to introduce your song? Tell us a little bit about it.
Find our way back to the dollar menu. That's right. Let's go ahead, man. Speak on it. Speak on
No, away from the dollar menu. But
Speak
yeah,
on it.
it's a record called "Find Our Way Back," produced by Deputy from Rock Nation. Jay-Z's camp. It's featuring Kezzy B and myself. Yeah. So,
All right. Well, let's
We're
listen
gonna hear
to
it.
it.
What's the name of it again?
Find Our Way Back.
Find our way back. That's what we're going back.
To the dollar menu.
No.
If I hit it one, shit be begging me for.
From the beginning, you ain't got a friend. Girl, you know we gotta love, yeah. Girl, I know just what you're feeling. Never meant to hurt you like that. 'Cause we gon' find a way back to love, yeah. We gon' find a way back to love, yeah.
I would ask you how you feeling, what's the deal, you would let me know. Promise to never let you go, that was in the first note I wrote, You would hear my line whenever I cross your mind. I appreciate the time, whatever we did at night, see. I wouldn't hit you with Louis Gucci designer ends, but honestly, I ain't trying to waste your time again. Nah, see, I'm nothing like your other man. Take you on a flight tonight, let you feel them southern lands. Yeah, and I'm nothing like your ex. That's why you decide to stay whenever we don't connect. And when we get home, let that bedroom door close. Now you looking good like chill wine, being poured slow. Ice all on your torso, you know I want more. Yeah, and I'm loving your body's contour. I know we talk about clouds and them silver linings. I'd much rather see a 14K ring on your finger shining.
Cause I've been here from the beginning. You ain't got a friend. Girl, you know we gotta love, yeah. Girl, I know just what you're feeling. Never meant to hurt you like that. 'Cause we gon' find a way back to love, yeah. We gon' find a way back to love, yeah.
You know how you get that one feeling, that natural feeling of some healing. All I can say is God willing, you that one girl, that one where we both fall through. And you text me a bunch of X and O's and I don't reply, but I call you. You hang up, no, you hang up. We do this at the same time. Great minds think different. It's simple to have the same line or two girls at the same time. I'd rather have you, just me, just us, just we. Cause we are meant to be. Now tell me what's the problem. I promise that we gon' solve it. And I don't really do this, but baby, you who I'm choosing. Ooh, I bet a couple stacks that I'm the one you choosing too. You always down to ride. You hold my Uzi in 45. Something like a ride or die. Forget the ride. We gon' fly, take you across the ocean. Going coast to coast with your friend from Costa Rica. So you know that we just posted. The beach, the sand, your body, this lotion.
Cause I've been here from the beginning. You ain't got a friend. Girl, you know we gotta love, yeah. Girl, I know just what you're feeling. Never meant to hurt you back to love, yeah. We gon' find a way back to love, yeah.
Hey, are you tired of those same old energy drinks with bad taste? Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Pitbull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink. Pitbull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products. For more information on Pitbull energy drinks, bars, and mixes, visit their website at hiphopbev.com. That's hiphopbev.com. Online orders available at hiphopbev.com.
Woo, I feel good. I relieved myself.
Oh, yeah.
Had to pee, man. Woo.
TMI. TMI.
Best feeling in the world.
Yeah, Samson was the strongest guy in the world. He couldn't hold his pee. So, I mean, I'm saying I feel good. I've been sitting here all this time having to pee. All right, I'm ready. I'm good. All right, we're back. All right,
so we're talking about obesity. Is it a disease or is it a symptom
everything is bad. Everything
of what
that's
you're
bad.
doing?
It is.
And I got a message here from Lisa here in Los Angeles. She said, being fat is your choice.
Yeah, you could choose to be fat or skinny. I can see that. I can see where she's going.
That's it. That's all she said. Being fat is your choice.
Some people would say they have a heavy build.
She probably skinny.
So does like a heavy build, like big boned? Does that mean like?
Yeah, people always say that big bone. Everybody got the same size bone. You fat.
And Aha and I had talked about that when we were looking at this topic, and that was something that we wanted to discuss too. So it's great that you brought that up. Yeah. Does that mean just because you're big that you're not healthy? Because that's something that we talked about that we really want to bring to the table. That there's a lot of skinny people out here that are just riddled with disease.
Right.
They are sick.
Right.
They're not eating right, and they're not healthy.
Find a balance in it now.
Yeah.
See, okay. So
then there's some bigger stature people that are working out and they're eting and they're not.
You know, I challenge that. I challenge somebody if you big and you don't have high blood pressure, you don't have all that other stuff, call in, man, and let us see.
And also, if you thin and you think that that you look good right now, and you feeling good for the most part, and does that equate to overall health?
Yeah, give us a call, 323-965-1600.
You don't want to be too skinny, too.
1600.
No, I'm saying thin, like look good thin.
Oh, yeah. I was just saying, because you got the anorexia out here. People,
Nah, that's a disease in itself.
That's a disease. And fat, I agree with you. Fat is a disease. And if anorexia is a disease, fat is a disease.
Yeah, it's because it's two extremes. So again, 323-965-1600. And if you're at work, or if you know, for whatever reason, I've had people say, hey, I've been busy, I want to call in. I appreciate you posting, sending me messages. Just please continue to do that, because I will read your comments on air and we will talk about them.
Yeah, we got to. That's what we're here for. We need somebody to call in. At this point, we don't care if you're a family member or somebody, nephew in here or something like that. Call in. We need all the call-ins. And you know what? We need to give Keys some type of, since we got the doctor in here, we got something that she could take that's all natural, man. That she's not feeling too well today and she's sick. And I feel bad that she had to come in and work like this. I ate most of the banana, so we need to see if we can give her something.
Appreciate her.
Yeah, because she's not feeling too well today.
But what is the deal? During the past 20 years, there has been a dramatic increase in obesity in the United States, and rates remain high. More than 1/3 of U.S. adults, 34.9%, and approximately 17%, or 12.7 million of children and adolescents aged 2 to 19 years have obesity.
Well, I want to speak on that real quick before the doctor jumps, because the doc gonna eat that up. But I've noticed, Doc, and you may have noticed this too, whenever people, and this is even in my family, when the parents are big, I notice the children are big. Have you noticed that?
I just seen it yesterday.
Yeah, when you see two big parents, normally the kids are fat or whatever, so you could tell what's being eaten in the household. Have you noticed that?
There it is. Yeah, usually what I see, and this is why from The Adventures of Mustache, the character that we created, I made him purposefully obese, kind of looking like we kind of played off of Garfield. You know what I mean? He has the pot belly, and if you look around, start to notice this. I usually see it more with Hispanics and black, but they always have an adult size soda in their hand. It could be an energy drink or it could be a regular soda. And it's not really usually the cans. It's the plastic bottles. The I don't know if it's 32 ounce or 16 ounce.
Oh, those big size drinks.
It's only 10 cents to supersize right now.
See, that's what I'm saying.
See, but you know what?
Everybody gonna supersize in the dollar menu.
Look, I was just in Boston, right? Like a week and a half ago, and they have this advertisement. It's called Fat Smack. So you get Fat Smack with these energy drinks because now people are starting to correlate sugar, refined sugar, and obesity. Which that's the main issue right here. Refined sugar. There's a book out. Check on theadventuresofmustache.com. It's called Too Much Sugar and Salt Are Always at Fault.
Oh, that's a good king.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't speak on my man's song. It was great. We didn't talk about his song. It was awesome.
Thanks, Doug.
I just want to say, man, that was awesome, dude. Because I listened to it. They got the music here. I was peeing and I was hearing the song, and I almost peed on myself because I was trying to move to it. But what I want to ask you is that because is Chris Brown on that song?
Nah, that's me.
That's you.
That was you rapping.
Okay,
on the first part?
I asked that because Chris Brown on everybody's song. Yeah. But man, that was great, man. So you did the rapping and the vocals, or just the rapping?
No, the vocals.
Oh, okay, man, that was off the chain. I just wanted to tell you, man, that was a nice song, man. We enjoyed it.
Thank you.
To the utmost.
Is that a thumbs up or thumbs down?
I give it a thumbs up and tell everybody to go buy it. How much you can get on iTunes? $1?
Nah, it's actually free right now.
It's free?
Go and download that.
Man, you can't be giving it away for free like that. You ain't gonna be able to shop at the dollar menu.
Promo.
Thumbs up for that one.
Tell the people out there where they can find that single.
On hotnewhiphop.com.
Hotnewhiphop.com.
And you can get it for free. Y'all need to
download.
put that song to this show on there too, or you need to put Is Life Driven? Put that on there too.
Throw that on there too.
Yeah, throw it on there. 2 for 1.
Speaking of being life driven, Chris, I want to check in with you. When is this book coming out? Because it was supposed to be out now. I know you said it was backed up a little bit.
September. We have a couple of weeks, but I'm working hard on it. We're trying to finish it up. I mean, we want it to be good. We want it to be a bestseller. So
that's right. That's right.
Hard. We're not going to rush it, but we really want to get it out by the end of September.
Hey, I feel you because I've had some additional things that have come up with my book as regards to edits and a new chapter that I didn't even know that was going to be present until I really, got to editing.
I want it to be a bestseller. I want it to be a movie. I want it to be, we just take on our time, making sure we got all.
That's good. You got to do that. You don't want to rush it.
Yeah, we want it to be good.
I also want to do this, man, while we're on the subject, especially since the doc is talking about healthy nutrition and stuff, man. This is a water company that sponsors me. I don't know if everybody can see it. It's called Paritas water. This water, man, it's actually helping, and they give a large portion of their proceeds to autism.
Nice.
But it helps with autism. It has electrolytes in it. It's alkaline water. I'm sure you've heard of alkaline water.
Alkaline water is good for you.
Yeah, it's the best water, man, that I've ever had. They sponsor me. It's Paritas water. You can find out. You can go to paritasbeverages.com. You spell Paritas, Puritas. It's a great water. I give it to my family. They sponsor all of my events or whatever. Please check it out. Portions of the proceeds from this go to autism, man. So it's a great cause. Paritas water. Please make sure you go check it out. For more information, you can go to my webpage, my fan page, or Facebook page. So
if it helps with autism, that means all these diseases are at fundamentally nutritional imbalances.
You know what? That would boast to the point, man, because they found that alkaline water does help kids with autism. So
see, the water is organic too, right?
Yeah, it's very organic. It's a great water, man. And you can they have a solution that you can even put into your like if you have sparklets water or whatever, you can put a solution and turn that into alkaline water. So
let's thank our sponsors again: Team Watson, Daily Solutions, Be Life Driven Radio Show, lifedriven.org. Just wanted to get that in. Roscoe's Pitbull Energy Drink and Roscoe's Restaurant.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Speaking of which, I'm hungry. Did you?
Oh, next Monday, Anthony Durrell, the middleweight champion of the world, is going to be in here on our show. So for people to tune in. Anthony Durrell, the middleweight champion. He's going to be here probably at an 11 o'clock hour. We want everybody to tune in and listen to what he has to say about health and wellness.
Fabulous. And we also have Marvin Gaye the third.
Okay.
Junior
oh, man, you got me. I said Marvin Gaye. I said Marvin Gaye coming in. I got to be in for the third. You held off on saying that third.
Well, we're talking about degenerative disease, and so we have the healthy boxer coming in. We want to talk to him about, what he does, and then unfortunately, Marvin Gaye Jr., he's in about there with his kidneys, so we're going to be talking about that because
Marvin
that is a
Gaye
part.
Jr. or Marvin Gaye the third?
Marvin Gaye the third.
So he is it the third or junior?
Well, he's a third.
I think he. Oh,
No, you can't be a junior and the third.
So it's
Yeah,
third.
that's
Because I'm a
true.
junior.
Third.
My son is a third.
You're right,
Third.
because
Okay.
junior
Yeah,
is
you got to
next
make sure it's important when you're saying names that you get it correct, because people can get the lawsuit. now.
Especially when you're seconds and thirds and all that, right?
Second and third,
Especially in the
no doubt,
criminals,
no
yeah.
doubt.
All right, so make sure, yeah. Barry Gordy coming in here too? Barry Gordy the fourth?
Yeah.
Y'all might as well invite George Foreman kids in here too. Then.
Yeah, so yeah, Dr. Pooch, I think you're really on to something, because that information that I provided, that came from the CDC, Centers of Disease Control and Prevention. So I wanted to give some official information out there, and of course, you know, they have some really good statistics.
Well, with what I said last week, we got to be careful of, you know, even the CDC and all.
I mean, no doubt, but I mean, when it comes to numbers and just giving the
well, that's what they did.
information-
They falsified the numbers.
I see.
On autism,
Okay.
you know what I mean? That's why Doug brought the autism back up today, because CDC, there's that whole scandal where they, you know. So we got to be careful. My whole thing is we have to re-educate ourselves, you know what I mean? And I know you as well, you support that train of thought. We have to re-educate ourselves. We can't always go to the, you know, traditional people that have been miseducating us for so long, and we're still in the situation. We spend the most amount of money, you know, and we're still the most diseased, the most obese, the most, you know, we don't own any land. We don't own any businesses. I won't say any.
Wait a minute now. You talking in general, or you just talking? What do you mean we don't own no businesses?
What you mean?
Land? Who don't?
Well, economically, black is still on the bottom of, you know, even Hispanic, you know, in
Now,
terms
that's a
of
racist comment.
It's not racist. That's demographic. That's demographic. I'm talking to my people.
But see, the dude was talking about people. He was saying the demographics of his crowd was more black than it was white. It was demographics.
Yeah, but he's saying he didn't like that.
No, he didn't. He never said he didn't like it. He never said he didn't like it. He just said
he said, how can we get more white people in here to buy the rest of the seats, because he doesn't like the way that it's going in terms of all black crowd. That's not what he's in business for, and he rather sell the team than cater to an all black audience. That's what he's saying.
No, I don't think it exactly went like that.
No, he didn't say that. What he said was that there weren't enough black people to fill up the seats that were
which
coming.
is not true.
He knows his bottom line with his dollars.
Season tickets,
so I don't want to go.
passes.
So he's not enough black people buying season passes, and that he felt that the reason the white people weren't coming is because they were afraid. He never gave his own, in the statement that I read, his own personalization.
Yeah, he didn't say like I didn't like black people.
Here's what's happening. That's why I was saying
which is
it wasn't racist.
Totally different from the Sterling thing. That was
yeah, because Sterling got caught in private. So what I'm saying is the Sterling's friends that said don't bring black people to the thing.
He might be racist,
is
but he
that
didn't make
same
a racist
dude?
statement.
You know what
you're
I'm
right. Probably true.
You hang around the same people.
You're right. 10 people. I mean 9 people. 10 people. All right.
You hang around 9 prejudiced people. You're bound to be the 10th.
That's right.
I like that.
It's my theme is really working today. So you surround yourself with.
Yeah, that's right. We're pushing your thing. We're pushing your thing. But yeah, we on the same page. We all good now. What were we talking about? We jumped off subject real quick.
Yeah. Well, thanks to you, Doug.
I'm sorry. You know me, I'm all over the place. I'm drinking this water for myself because I got ADD my damn self. I'm all over the place, man. My wife is always saying I need to be checked out. She said that before I left the house. You need to be checked out.
So we only got 10 minutes left in the show. I want to make sure I get everybody outside of Doug, who already just jumped the gun and started pumping his water from his friend. And
I got one more thing to pump, but go ahead. Let me save me for last on this. Let them pump. Yeah, let me go last because I got to pump up something. One more thing, but go start
What's
around the
our
room.
health tip of the week? You know, in light of everything that we're talking about, you know, I'm looking at people's comments, and for the most part, people are saying that they feel like being fat is a choice. It's what you eat. You're overeating. Mm-hmm. That's kind of been the consensus, at least this morning, with the comments that I'm reviewing from our listeners.
That's not really the case. I say it's really the industry's fault. We've been duped by the industry because if we go back 50 years ago, the obesity wasn't here. The trends and the statistics that you just read were over the last 30 years. It's been a change, and all of that happened after like World War II, where the industries really took over the food production. And that being said, because the industries took over food production, that really affected. Let's talk about black community, because we're all black in this, you know, in the studio right now. So I think it's relevant to say that because food used to be an integral part of black, you know, culture and still is.
Especially at the cookout.
You know what I'm saying? So the fact that we don't have control over our food is really indicating that we don't have control over our own destiny and health. You know what I'm saying? So we have to relate things. You know, it's not just one thing over here doesn't affect the other. So the fact that the industries took over food and there's an industrialization of food and processing and refinement and all of that, it's affecting our health. It's affecting our community. It's affecting our economics. It goes all around because we're not going to the neighborhood, to the neighbor. We're not talking to that neighbor even, in our own community. And we're going and buying addictive foods, which should be categorized as drugs, because they have addictive qualities and they're harmful. They're poisonous. They have high levels of toxicity. So they're really drugs. So what has been going on in the black community in terms of drugs, in terms of, you see what I'm saying? Like, you see where I'm going with my train of thought?
So with all that said, because I understand obviously what the issue is, then as a wrap up for the health tip of the week and trying to connect with our listeners to bring up the consciousness, because what I'm really feeling the comments that people are leaving for us saying that it's not so much that it's a choice to be fat, but as we're communicating about what we're eating and that we are becoming overweight as a people, our children. What is the health tip of the week so that we can get out of the ignorance, raise our consciousness to make the proper choices?
Yeah. Stop eating swine.
I would say, the reason why we like swine so much is because listen.
Well, hold on, let's be careful because I don't want to get too far down that road because we only got a few minutes left and I need to get around everybody. Good, I just want to know, how
this is the solution. So the reason why it tastes good is because it has high levels of sodium. That's the killer.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So too much sugar and salt is always at fault. So watch refined sugar and watch refined salt in your diet.
Okay.
If you watch those two things, and like Doug said, drink more water, you'll be all right.
Alkaline water.
You'll be all right because if you eliminate refined sugar and refined salt from your diet, you're not buying most stuff in the store.
No, you're right. I've seen people that have, like, for example, completely just cut out bread, white bread, and that we know that turns into sugar, right?
That's refined.
Careful now, because somebody think that's racist. You saying cut out white bread, cut out bread.
Starches, bread, because there's bread everywhere.
And eat black rice.
Even that, when you're eating all that bread, and next thing you know, you have those pounds. If you cut that out, so I can dig it. More water. Cut down on that sodium. Eliminate, he says. Eliminate the sodium
refined
and refined.
Careful,
refined sugar and refined salt.
You'll find yourself weak.
No, because you can still replace it. And let me give a solution now, because we don't want to give just only the problem. The solution is adding sweeteners like Doug was talking about, the agave, maple syrup, grade B, which is, it has all still the nutrients in there.
How about honey?
A good raw honey,
Yes, I like honey.
So those. Make sure it's a good raw honey, not just that. No, because they have that. No, they got that sugar. It says it's honey, but it's not
labels are misleading.
So that should be another health tip of the week. Let's add this in. This is read your labels.
Okay.
That's it.
Read your labels.
In the adventures of Mustache, we say before food reaches the table, make sure to read the ingredient label.
No doubt. Chosen.
Let's take our
Thank you so much for coming in and sharing your music with us.
Off the chain, dog. I like
How
that.
can we find you?
Dirty Dirt.
Follow my Instagram at ATL Chosen and then the number 1. So ATL Chosen, CHOZEN, the number 1.
All right.
Do that right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Also on Twitter, the same thing at ATL Chosen 1.
All right. So keep a lookout, for Chosen. He's got a lot of new music coming out, and he's writing for others. And Dr. Pooch, I didn't ask you, how can we find you?
On Instagram, Dr. Pooch and Aha. That's DRPOOCH and Aha, AHA.
All right, and then Aha's going to be with us back next week on Monday, right?
Yes.
Chris?
And, yes, we got a lot of things going on. Starting next month, October, we're going to start our holiday giveaway. We're going to be giving a trip away to Disneyland for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and the New Year. So we want everybody to tune in. We're going to be giving a lot of trips away on KGLH Radio. So tune into that. We have a couple of fundraisers coming up, poker tournament, celebrity basketball game. So we just want you to tune in, follow us, BeLifeDriven.org. You can go to our website or LifeDriven.org. You can always find us.
All right. And
here
Doug,
on the
you get
BeLife Radio Show.
one.
No, I get
one
this real
thing.
quick. Go to my website, DougWilliams.net. DougWilliams.net. I got it. I want to plug my baby. My baby is teaching acting classes for kids. Kids acting classes at the Aaron Spicer Acting Workshop. The phone number is 310-399-4567. 310-399-4567. If you have a child that's interested in the arts of acting, commercials, and all of that stuff, so please see my wife, Ada Pla Williams, at the acting studio. And go to my website, DougWilliams.net.
Doug's trying to build up his home life, boy. He be pumping
doing
it, boy.
something. I'm not mad at
He
him.
getting some good
Well, you
backgrounds at home.
heard the man say we don't have enough Black and Hispanic businesses that are out there,
There it
making,
is,
so
man.
we
We
got to
support
pump it
it.
up.
No
You know
doubt.
what I'm saying?
Hey, also, if I could just say, we're gonna be at the Green Fest. It's gonna be at the LA Convention Center this next weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So look out for us over there at the Green Fest.
All right,
All
that
right.
sounds fantastic. I want to give some love to our listeners. Last comments from Priscilla. Thanks for listening. And Jamar, he's agreeing with you, Dr. Pooch. He says, eating wrong, the disease comes from the forced addiction. It is kind of like drugs. It is a disease of addiction. But if you never get started, you won't get exposed to that disease. Now, I am digging that.
See, that's
Don't
the
get
same
started.
thing.
Don't
We
get
tell
started.
the same thing to kids out there, the young men out there about coochie. Leave it alone, because if you get started early, that's all you want.
Won't be able to leave it alone.
We won't be able to leave it alone. That's how addictive coochie is. All
Hey,
right.
let's remind people about my book, Life Driven, The Journey Starts Within. My book will be coming out soon, so please
That's
stay
right.
tuned.
And this is your lady, Oya. You can find me at spiritofoya.com. OYA. That's spiritofoya.com. And on Instagram and Twitter, all that, just Spirit of Oya. Reach out to me. And don't forget to get that CD, Spirit of Oya. It's out on iTunes right now.
Sir,
for
make
your
sure you get that.
inspiration.
Is that song there?
Accentuate the positive.
Be Life Driven.
Right.
Oh, yes,
Right
yes.
quick.
And let me just give, I'm going to pass it over to you, Chosen. We're going to exit. Hey, everybody, we got to say our weekly affirmation.
See that? I brought
All
that
right
up
now?
just from the
All
Be
right.
Life
Hey, this is Chris
Driven.
Angelo Words
am-
signing out.
He just going to cut
No,
off
don't
in
say
the
no.
middle
She
of
giving the
thing. We not
affirmation now.
off
We got to
yet.
do
Hold
our
on.
affirmation now. We're going to do this.
I am surrounding myself
We are surrounding ourselves
with positive,
With positive,
loving,
and
supportive people.
supportive people.
Chosen, you got
Like Jesus Christ.
Right
All
quick. Today's my sister's birthday.
Yeah,
I just wanted to
shout
say happy birthday, Tina. I love you
Get
very
that now.
much.
Happy birthday, sister. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, baby.
to
All right, and it's a Chris next week. We got who? What boxers coming in?
Anthony Durrell, a middleweight champion of the world, coming in. Knock us out.
That's
Pow!
right, and Marvin Gaye the third.
You
I
get that
said
right there,
that
get that
right.
suffix right there now.
And we're going to be next week, we're going to be talking about hereditary versus dietary. So it's a little bit of an extension. We're going to get more involved in these degenerative diseases and really talk about that on a deeper level. Again, hereditary or dietary.
Diabetes does not run in your family.
Well, we're going to find out next week. All right,
Bring some,
y'all. See you
Doc,
next
bring some
Monday.
apples by next week.
I'm gonna bring some more bananas for you,
bring
man.
some more bananas.
Bring me one.
Yeah, I got you. I
Enjoy
got
it.
you. No problem.
gotta see the
I'm gonna bring some real bananas.
I'm gonna bring some
of
of-
make a choice.
banana
We gonna
bread.
Make a choice.
Hey, we need a.
Like the way you do it like that. Booty fat with a lower back tag. Slim waist with the prettiest face. First place if I put you in a race. You the baddest bitch in this club. Seeing booty swear I fell in love. She throw it like a pro. Booty in the hot unless a quarterback draw. I'ma throw this money if you shake it on this pole.